Well. My camera's on. Let me fix that real quick. What's up, guys? Let's down a bit. You need to see some of the business, right? There we go. Hey, what's up, guys? Little late. That's okay, though. You shouldn't expect too much from me. Actual cat's way cuter than Jared. Wait, what are we talking about? Talking about Carmella? We better be. Let's reset you back into the X Station menu. So, totally on roids. God, I wish. I got so small, I haven't been working out in forever. Carmella is the cutest cat. Cockrock understands a lot. Can I just mod you for saying that? Listen to you and bought Metro Redux on sale. It combines the first two games remastered on PS5. Macia Curtis, that's the best decision that you've ever made. Really and truly, Metro is incredible. You know, I'm torn with Metro, which one I enjoy most, the first or the second. I mean, the third game is incredible, but it's so different. Will you be my Valentine? Oh, Biscuit. Josine already made me ask her. It was like before, because right now Josine's in America, and I would say like 2 or maybe a week or 2 before she left, she was like, you know, it'd be nice if you asked me to be your Valentine. What do you think of the X Station? X Station is great. I love it. I've had kind of issues with compatibility with the Fenrir on the Saturn and the Dreamcast mode. It's not bad, but I've had, you know, some compatibility issues, but X Station, I haven't found a single game that doesn't load up for it perfectly. Face focus Jared streams are rare. Nah, I mean, oh yeah. And also, let's switch to this real quick while we're here. I'm going to get a new stream deck, I think. Oh, hey. All right. So good news. I figured out why the super chats weren't playing any, like a chime. And I also set up the text to speech. So now's your chance to get my YouTube channel shut down. Yeah, I think everything's good over here. Let's put it on live chat on YouTube, and we have live chat right here. Okay, so we're set. We're good to go. I 86 my Fenrir for Saru. The Saru looks cool. I've actually been wanting to check it out because my only problem with the Fenrir is it doesn't seem to be compatible with a lot of the fan translations that I like playing on the Saturn. Admiring your beard in HD. Now you got to zoom in. Show cat. Carmella's actually upstairs in the window, or else I would come and bring her down here. Josine bought her this bed that attaches to the windowsill, and it's just like a hammock, basically. It's so great. Hey, Pale Moth Reviews, what's going on? I know you from Twitter and YouTube now. All right, so we're going to play Survivor, which is honestly a slept-on game. In terms of, we played Dead Aim before, which I think is an incredibly slept-on game. You guys tell me if that's too loud, by the way. It kind of looks loud. Yeah, I think Survivor and Dead Aim are 2 of the more slept-on games, and they honestly are, despite their issues, pretty good. Biscuit says, random question: do you like RE4 Remake or Dead Space Remake better? Dead Space Remake. For sure. I wanted to play Dead Space again after I finished it. After I finished RE4 Remake, despite it being good, I'm so not interested at all in playing RE4 Remake again. And I feel bad because it was a fun game. I just don't care. There's something about it as soon as it's done. Just chilling. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great, man. It's a nice sunny day here in Tokyo. The wind's blowing. It's not as cold as it has been. I'm fucking cruising. Survivor in VR? You know, honestly, it would just be like a regular good game then if that was the case. Inks Magnum, how you doing? Yeah, I never played Dead Aim with a light gun. I really wanted to, though. Kim the Crypt Keeper. That's a new name. I don't recognize that name. Welcome.
Resident Evil.
So that's not the best announcer, but it's still better than Resident Evil 4's Resident Evil. So fucking lame.
1998, a disaster struck the quiet Midwestern residents of Raccoon
All right, hopefully you guys can sort of hear the game audio. I'm really trying to balance things out, so you tell me.
transformed the city into an inescapable death trap. To stop the outbreak,
So Jared, is someone coming to Japan in early April? Should I pack shorts or pants?
the entire city.
April can be kind of windy and kind of chilly.
This was not the
The sun does tend to heat the day up a bit, but I would say probably still pants. You know, that's not true. Fuck. Bring both, honestly. By the way, hit me up on Twitter when you come. We can meet up. This guy never shows his cat, like family friendly only. No pussy for anybody. No, Carmela, listen, you guys, if you want to see Carmela, you got to pay the Carmela fee. Short sleeve or long sleeve? Damn it, that's tough. Hold on, Josine, please jump in. So here's the thing about me. I don't really pay attention to time. And I don't. So, like, for example, I'll remember last year, summer was really hot, but I couldn't tell you what month was really hot in the summer. You know what I mean? I have a thing where I don't pay attention to time at all. So April, you might as well be saying like just a random period of this year. I just don't associate things with months very well. I don't know why. It's stupid. Game needs a remake badly. I don't know. I kind of like it the way it is. It's so clunky and dumb, but there are so many cool moments of atmosphere. Turn that up a bit. Band shirts, Hawaiian shirts, or sweaters as far as current wardrobe. I mean, honestly, you can't do bad with that, with the entire lineup there. Here, do this. Bring yourself like some t-shirts and then maybe a hoodie. Hold on, I'm gonna actually text Josine. She needs to answer this question. Oh, there she is. Okay. Sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's warm. It's best to check the weather leading up to your trip from there. Yeah, I remember April being windy and cool last year, but I would like wear a hoodie and shorts and feel okay. So I'm not 100%. Okay, oh, here's another thing too. This is something nobody's going to care about, but I just updated my PS Digital, the HDMI mod. And if we look here under advanced settings and scaling, down there where it says vertical factor and horizontal factor, we're actually getting 240p over HDMI that runs through my fucking HDMI switch and doesn't freak it out. That's so cool. So we're getting like, this is accurate 240p. This is exactly what would be coming out of your PS1 had it been hooked up to your TV, except for it never gets converted to analog. It stays digital. It's so amazing. Hey, Vampire Rose, how you doing? I forget what run is. Is it square? Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's something about the blocky nature of PS1 early 3D, the dithered nature of it too. Like if we come close to here, you can see sort of the dithered dots. Not the big pixels, but the little smaller ones that are in a checkerboard pattern. I like Duck Station. You can get some really accurate video out of Duck Station. I've done it before. It's nice. Whoa, wait, what is that? The PS Digital? It's a really cool HDMI mod for the PS1. Yeah, this game just has so much atmosphere.
You look familiar, but
There's Ark Thompson, the coolest dude to ever have a mushroom bowl cut.
I just can't remember.
Rain's kind of messing with my internet, so but I'm here anyways. Damn, I'm honestly really lucky. Today's a beautiful. This entire winter's been gorgeous.
No way for anyone to die. What?
I love how he's just standing there like, "What's up, dude?" You know, honestly, I wonder if headshots even do anything in this game. Let's see. Okay, L1 is our quick turn. Nice. I don't think we can open this one yet, right? Oh, I did. Okay, so it's the other one. Oh, shit. You guys didn't know the drum and bass is coming in. Fools. So only bad news about going to Japan. I'll have to miss a Meshuggah Cannibal Corpse and Carcass show coming to my town. Aw, damn. Oh, fuck. So here's the cool thing. The zombies can't hurt you if your back is to them, which is interesting. Boy Kisses with $2. Thank you so much. For anybody who's just now coming in, I do have text-to-speech on. I mean, I read everybody's super chats out loud anyways, but still, there's something fun about text-to-speech that I don't know. So I wonder if the music is dynamic as hell, and after I killed those zombies, it stopped, or if that's just like how the track goes. Okay, so L isn't quick turn, it's like quick face. Is there no quick turn at all? This is genuinely a great soundtrack, by the way. The best kisses, exactly. Yeah, this is very System Shock 2-esque. We rented this game back in the day when it was new. Yeah, I mean, for the longest time, because me and my brother kind of came up. My mom hates me saying this, but we were sort of lacking in monetary funds. My mom grew up like genuinely dirt poor, where her mother had to make all of her clothes because they couldn't afford to buy any. So she has an idea of what poor is that I don't think is congruent with the real world anymore. But yeah, we grew up without a lot of money, and we only owned 2 video games for like 4 years straight once we got our PS1. Oh, I'm sorry, 3. We had Criticom, that first-person shooter. Fuck. I gotta think of it. It's gonna kill me. It was like it's from a British company, codename Tanka, and then the third game was Mortal Kombat Trilogy, and that's, you know, those were the games we had for years and years. But every game that I played for most of my life was essentially rented. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, it's tough getting old, bro. Ricky Moreno, I'm fighting that fight, dude. Hell yeah, you love this game? You should. It's genuinely really good. I mean, it could be frustrating, but it's like, I don't know, I guess I don't have the same mindset that a lot of people do when they play video games and they get pissed at them. It's like, I could just stop. You know what I mean? If it's that bad. Scruffy looking RGB. Which evil we playing today? Survivor, specifically. Not Psygnosis, but basically Psygnosis. You know what I mean? British. 4 is if you have a Mega Drive when most of your peers have PS2s. That is true. That is the objective definition. This looks like an Evanescence poster. For some reason, it just strikes me as that. Psygnosis is gone now. They were turned into a racing game studio by Sony. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like British developed video games. They all tend to be very mired in that early European microcomputer craze where video games were very video gamey. There was like high scores and everything was a side scroller. Everything was like the stereotypical video game that if you were watching a TV show and video games are mentioned, you know, like in the 90s, you'd be watching Full House and everybody would have like a Genesis controller in their hand. They'd be playing like this and mashing buttons. And then it's like, oh, you got to the next level. It's the space level. Like that's how European video games just continue to be developed today. And I find it to be sort of terrible in the sense that it's like, come on, man. Video games have evolved to a point where we can not have them be like parodies of themselves, you know? It's like when you make a zombie movie, it's like you could just make a zombie movie. It doesn't have to be like a comedy where like we make fun of the idea of zombies existing and oh, they got to eat brains, and it has to be like a satirical takedown of the entire idea of the genre. It's like you could just like make something on purpose, you know? What is this? God, the soundtrack is killer, dude. That one SVU episode where the parents let their child get molested because they got obsessed with the most cookie cutter mobile game. Oh, fucking TV. It's always going to be good. Okay, can I change that though? I bet you $10 I do. Pop quiz, your favorite renderware game? You're gonna have to remind me who the hell renderware is, to be honest with you. Big Dick Walla Walla. Sony cultivated some good European talent back in the PS1 era. I don't know. Let's do this. Let's what's a good European video game from the PS1 era? Let's see if I've played it and enjoyed it. Brains. Your Return of the Living Dead is the hottest nude punk in all of film. Honestly, every time, because I have a really good Blu-ray rip of that on our network attached storage, and I'll just be flicking through, you know, whatever movie choices we have on there, and I'll just start that movie up just to watch that part, because you're not wrong. She's got the leg warmers. I mean, the dyed hair, the punk rock look. You couldn't be more attractive if you tried, and she did. Why is it not letting me progress? There we go. Yeah, super cool scene. So stupid. She's talking. She's like, I always dreamed about what it would be like to be murdered by a bunch of like old men. They would like gum me to death or something. Okay, Medieval was good. I feel that. Medieval was good. And even on the PS2, there was that one game based off of Ghosts and Goblins. What was it called? That was pretty good too. I'll give European developers that. WebFox says, I enjoyed Survivor for the most part. A good best of from the first two games while doing something new for the series. No NA light gun support did hurt it. I don't think I've ever owned a light gun outside of on the Sega Genesis, the Enforcer. Even then, I think I rented it. I don't think I actually owned it. But I really don't have a lot of experience with console light guns. I would like to play this game with the light gun though. People do say that it really fucking improves the... I don't find it to be like hard to hit anything though, so I don't know. That was her? Night of the Demons? Really? Interesting. I didn't know that. That's a fucking weird movie. That movie's Italian, right? Night of the Demons? It looks Italian as fuck with all of its like weird gore and demonic shit. Girl putting a lipstick in her boobie. Everybody remembers that scene. Who's that woman standing behind me? Thinking to catch me lacking. I don't think so. Oh shit. These guys almost hit. Shit. I was just talking about how easy it is to hit stuff. Oh fuck. Jam it. Okay, that's one down. Maybe, alright, let's serpentine. That's the trick. And then you turn. Where'd he go? He's running circles around me quite literally. I think if you just hit L, it'll auto-aim at stuff. I've never tried that before. Let's give that a try. I think there's liquors down here. Uh-oh, hold on. Carmela wants in. Hey, cutie. Did you come down here? Ooh, she's in an affectionate mood, too. What's up? You want to come up here and show everybody how cute you are? There we go. All right, let's get a cat cam going. Oh, she might go up on top of the... everybody's been asking. Pale Moth Review says, I got some other stuff to do, but I'm glad I was able to pop in. Hope you have a great stream. Thanks, dude. Have a good one, man. Let's, before you go, see if we can't get some Carmela action going. There she is. Star of the stream. She's a cutie. She's probably the most beautiful cat in all of existence, really and truly. She's so fucking cute. I have just an entire camera roll of this little spawn of Satan sleeping in different positions. Yeah, she's really feeling good right now. She has two modes. She's either being affectionate or she wants to hunt you and attack you. And sometimes she switches between them seamlessly, so you don't know what's going on. Where's your good girl? I tried to get the mic arm over so you guys could hear her purring, but it scared the shit out of her. I don't know why. Let's see if we can't do it, but without scaring her. Here you go. You're too cute and little. Her purr isn't powerful enough to be heard through the mic yet. But she's the sweetest little girl in the entire world. I love her so much. Since Josine's been gone, she's been sleeping with me in the bed. And if I like get up to go pee in the middle of the night or something, she'll follow me into the bathroom and just sit by my feet and then follow me right back in bed and get back in. It's so fucking cute. Okay, let's switch back over to the game. We will keep the camera on Carmela until she moves. Yeah, there you go. That's a sweet girl. All right. There we go. Just keep the Carmela cam going. But she will eventually get bored and move. Yeah, me and Josine have never had a ragdoll cat before, so this is our first, like, long hair cat like this. And she's great. Let me move this so I can read chat. Arco New wants to know where Rufus is. Sadly, Rufus died. He was an old boy, and he had kidney disease, and me and Josine kept that motherfucker kicking and feeling good and living right. Right up until, I think he was maybe 16 years old is when he checked out. But he was the best little buddy I ever had in my life. And when it came time, to put him down, we were very confident that there was no other possibility, which is tough to know here in Japan because they don't necessarily want, I don't know, it just seems culturally kind of common in this country for people to let their pets sort of die slowly, which seems inhumane, but I can understand. You do want your little furry friend to be around for as long as possible, so I get that to a degree. No, I didn't want to do that, but we were kind of really worried about that moving here because we are big proponents of if it's your pet's time, the best thing you can do for them is to give them an easy death and not one where they're tortured or anything. So we went to the, it was real late at night. This was like at 3 a.m. or maybe like 2, something like that. And we went to the emergency vet and, they had already worked with Rufus before and he was no longer absorbing his fluids. We had to give him subcutaneous fluids. So we were asking us listen, we just want to make sure this is the last resort, there's nothing else could be done. And she's just like, oh, and just, it was killing me because I wanted someone to say it, for sure. It's there's nothing else that could be done. And this was the case. You couldn't keep him alive. He would need constant oxygen. He had a little, they gave him a mask of oxygen. He started breathing better. But, you couldn't keep an animal on oxygen, you know what I mean? And his organs were already failing. It was terrible.
Who did I kill?
Ripe old age at 112, exactly. She really does look like the sweetest cat. She is. She's such a sweetheart. I love her so much. And she's a new addition. We've only had her for maybe 3 months at the very most. I think maybe even 2 months. But she's really taken a liking to me and Josine, and she's starting to come into her personality, and, you know, she's figuring out that the house is a safe place, and she's finding out where she likes to hang out and stuff. It's really cool. She's a sweet girl. Yeah. She has beautiful blue eyes. It's so cute. I love her. This is good content right here. You guys are getting a lot of Carmella. I hope you got to meet the tie-wearing neighbor cat. Oh, I wish. We don't see him that much anymore. That was the most amazing day of my life, getting to take that picture.
I won't allow you to escape. You're going to pay for what you've done.
Art Thompson. My dog Susie passed in August. She was 15. We gave her a better life than the puppy mill we got her from. Exactly. That's the key there.
Helicopter.
You want to make sure that your animal lives a good life, and they were loved and they know it. You know what I mean? And that's really the important thing. And with Rufus, there was never a doubt in my mind that that cat, A, loved us with all of his heart and knew that he was loved. And that's like a big, big thing for me. That cat looks at you like it loves you more than anything. I love it. Yeah, it's really cool. She is such a sweetheart, and she has such a cool little personality. You know, me and Josine had Rufus for our entire adult lives, basically. He was 15, 16 years old, and we got him, I mean, just right as I moved out of my parents' house, and Josine lived with me at the time. We got our own apartment. Yeah? Okay. Oh, fuck. We got zombies, though. Okay, she's on my back, so I guess we can go back to this. There you go. That's a good spot for you. Let's see how long she stays here. I imagine she's going to jump down pretty soon. There you go. Yeah, so we had Rufus forever, and his brother Gonzo as well. We had both of them since they were, you know, less than 1 year old. 1 year. And it's interesting getting used to a new cat's personality and, you know, figuring them out and having them figure you out. It's, oh no, fuck. We have to get it back on the cat cam, though. That's when we really get the viewers, is when everybody can see my cat. Just go over. Okay, there you go. Oh, this is what she does. It's so hard for me to type. Hold on, let me show you. Oh, I can't go down any further, sadly. My webcam is at its limits. She just likes laying up against my hand or my arm when I'm on the internet or I'm typing or something. And it makes it really hard to type a script when you can only do it with one hand. Never played or watched Survivor. Does the antagonist not have a tyrant transformation? No, he doesn't actually, which is interesting. Check this out. They have to turn you around. They can't actually hurt you unless you're turned around. It's great. Fuck off. I have taken a lot of damage. My question, what would you like to see in the upcoming Resident Evil movie? Honestly, just make it a zombie movie. I mean, Resident Evil isn't necessarily like only a zombie property. Like there's all kinds of other stuff in it, but it works like a horror movie. And you just need to make that. And I would just like to see somebody who doesn't think that a video game writer would not necessarily know what they're doing, so they have to rewrite everything and make it different. It's like, we already have a story that, you know, how many people have already fallen in love with, and you paid to get this property, so just utilize it. There are, of course, things that need to be done to make the video game script follow a movie format, for sure. You know, you want a typical 3-act structure if you're going to make a movie, and you can do that with what currently exists in the Resident Evil canon. You just have to not think that you're some God's gift to script writing and just imagine, okay, we're making this for Resident Evil fans. They already like the story. Let's just keep it, right? Yes, more cat. Exactly. Rufus lived a better life than most of us till the very end. Still, though, my condolences. Thank you so much, man. He really did, though, and he was the best. He was a good friend, and we took care of him. And it like I said, it just really helps when you know that. Gonzo, yeah, that was his name, Gonzo. Like Gonzo journalism. His actual full name, David, was Dr. Gonzo. Yeah, he had a PhD in cuteology. Resident Evil 1 movie was the closest to likable. I used to feel that way. Lately, though, I rewatched it. I don't like it as much. MRI, I love getting MRIs. Yeah, I had to get one here. Is Postal the best video game movie? I wouldn't say it's the best necessarily. Probably, though, if we're being honest, Silent Hill is the best video game movie. Reload. Dude, you can't fuck with me. I'm too good. Just watch Silent Hill 2 movie and oh my god, they didn't care about that game's story at all. They didn't even care about good movie making. You know, it would be one thing if they just made like a movie, but it didn't have anything to do with Silent Hill. That would be one thing. Instead, they're like, no, we gotta fuck up every single part of it. You can jump over there? Oh, good jump. She's gonna lay on her blanket. I don't know if the camera will be able to get her over there. I'll be blocking her. Yeah. You guys are stuck with me for a little bit. Apologies. I am nowhere near as cute. As a matter of fact, I tell you what, let's regroup. I gotta pee. I've been drinking more water in a glass container and not plastic. I'm trying to rid my body of plastics. Oh shit, Imran's in the house. What's up, dude? You get to watch me go pee. Yeah, I'm gonna go pee real quick. Let's regroup. Everybody meet back here in 1 minute. Or don't. In business, boys. Oh, Count Giraffe, what's up, dude? I just got back from Japan a few weeks ago. I wanted to find work, but it's difficult without it is, yeah, without a degree. It could be a degree in tying your shoes, but they want, yeah, no matter what it is. My degree is worthless. I have like a minor in philosophy, and then it's like one of those jack of all trades degrees. And then I moved here and did this, so it didn't even matter. Baba Kanoosh 24 says, what a beautiful mind. Thank you very much. I'm sure you know fucking slouch yourself. Oh, I knew it, you fucker. I knew you were there. Jared could be making the big bucks with a pissing ASMR stream, but he does this instead. You know, sometimes it's about keeping your dignity and your pee-pee secret. Would you agree that SH2 If James Regrets Nothing video is the best piece of SH media? It popped off, dude. It was good. It's interesting when you see Silent Hill stuff kind of make its way into the general milieu of regular social interactions. Arkanu says, I'm so glad I was able to help you with those Fatal Frame trivia bits. I do what I can for my favorite series. Absolutely. It was a big help, too. Thank you very much for that. Survivor is low-key awesome and a dumb kind of... Exactly. That's my exact... it really is. It's a guilty pleasure. Even though I don't feel guilty at all about it. Yes, so Fatal Frame, at first I thought, okay, it's going to be really straightforward, right? Like, it has to be, like, it's Fatal Frame. And yeah, I learned real quick that, yeah, you need a helping hand through that one. I have a degree in computer programming, but it does me no good. Ah, that sucks. I feel like that'd be, like, in vogue right now, right? Right now in Japan, the big thing is, you want to have some kind of like, some sort of like, you need to have certs here. I don't know necessarily if it's like A+ or anything, or maybe the networking component, because there's a lot of IT work here. I think outside of just teaching English, one of the big things for foreigners to do right now is IT work. So if you are trying to move here, I think Count Giraffe was talking about it. Maybe look into IT stuff if you're at a point in your life where you're trying to decide college versus certifications. Certifications a lot of the time can be much more useful and profitable. Of course, then again, it is hard to have a company sponsor your visa without having a bachelor's degree, which sucks. It's really frustrating because you could save yourself so much time by not, going to a 4-year degree and getting some bullshit fucking nonsense degree like mine. And just get yourself a certification that's going to do you so much more good in the long run. But the Japanese government is like, nah, if you're coming here, college educated, fool. Here goes a fat bong rip for you playing this masterpiece of mediocre but charming survival. Hell yeah, dude. Rip it up. You gotta smoke for the both of us. I'm telling you, the ambiance of this. Look, just the static in the room. But it's a fucking hospital bed with zombies. This game has an atmosphere. It really does. Shoot, I might just try to get a visa. I mean, listen, this is an incredible place to live. I could not recommend it more. I have a degree in sitting, eating snacks, and sleeping. I heard that you're actually not that great at all that stuff. Sucker My Dick says, make a good Resident Evil movie is impossible because no one has ever made a successful zombie book, comic, motion comic, audio book. Yeah, no, exactly. It's never happened before. I'm listening to a new zombie audiobook right now. I have to remember the name of it, but it's a full series. It's like 41 hours on YouTube. I use YouTube to listen to a lot of my like slop zombie stuff. Fatal Frame is surprisingly deep. Exactly. It takes a lot of twists and turns and you got to read a bit, but it can be confusing. Eventually the pieces do fall into place. Yeah, like I didn't expect that the main character of the first game was going to be so important across the rest of the series. So and we should probably mix, right? I wonder if you get the stat bonuses of doing a full mixed herb. I'm not going to though because those spiders can be really fucking annoying. The thing I don't like about SH2R is the labyrinth scene. Maria's VA isn't doing a cool thing where she switches between Mary and Maria. This is true. I agree with that. I think she's probably one of the more, it's between her and fucking Angela, where they're just sort of very hit or miss with what scenes they work with. Like any of the scenes where Maria's trying to be, what's the word? Like sexually provocative or to try to like, you know, attract James to her, she kills it. But like that scene in the hospital where James is like, anyways, I'm glad you're okay. And she's like, anyways, I almost died out there. You know, like that scene is not great as far as like her voice acting and the facial mocap. It's not really that good. And that surprised the fuck out of me. Like, I don't understand why that needed to be the case. What's the difference here? Is there like a button I can press? Or, yeah, check. Okay, 9x19. I think that's the first time in a Resident Evil game that you had 9x19 ammo. That's an interesting... Huh. I can't remember any other Resident Evil game where your handgun was chambered in 9x19. I hate Glocks. I really do. I feel bad about it because they are kind of cool. I think the Angela VA is fine as far as that specific remake is concerned. Maria's VA is just bad regardless as the original. Well, Angela's voice acting is great. It's the facial motion cap that I don't think is very good. Interesting. Look, there's like parts of this gun, if we put it up against a white background, that aren't filled in. Huh. That's wild. I bet on a CRT no one would ever know that. Hey guys, hope everyone's doing good. Doing all right, man. How about you? Always love Survivor. Such a fun game. Would love for Ark, Bruce, and Fong to come back. Oh, Fong Ling would... God, we need it. We're so bad. Striker handgun with 182 rounds of ammo. Striker handgun. What game is that in? David's over here calling people sluts. Get your ass canceled. How dare you? I feel like with Maria, it doesn't come across that way, though. She genuinely appears to... Like, that's just how... She's kind of flirtatious in her... Like, in her personality. Finished Cobra Kai. I never tried that show out. I've been watching the shit out of Silo lately. Oh, fuck. This thing fires fast. I love it. That's another thing. There's no reload button. Did I see you through a window? Oh, that's so cool. Fuck off, idiot. Get shot. Dude, that's so fun. This is the best gun. I don't even care if it's not that powerful. Worth every single bit. Favorite RE game? Man, I get asked that so often, and my answer is always so unsatisfying. Man, it depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Sometimes it's RE2 on the PS1. Sometimes it's Code Veronica, which I know is a controversial take. Sometimes it's RE1 original, and sometimes it's RE1 remake. It goes. Yeah, Silo's really good. I'm really liking it. Me and Josine are current right now. I think, yeah, they just had the... Shit. Oh, fuck me. The series finale. Dope. Okay, I can... Fuck. Okay. I was about to say, like, I could definitely run past, right? No, you cannot use the manhole opener on zombies, sadly. Please. There we go. Bitch ass. I've been wanting to watch Landman. That looks good. I mean, Billy Bob Thornton is just like so fucking cool. Jared, I'm gonna need the name of that YouTube zombie audio book. Let me look it up real quick since we're sitting here. I mean, what else are we doing, right? Oh, by the way, I finished a video today. It's only a little 30-minute one, but I'm feeling good. I think I'm gonna release that I don't know. We'll see. Probably tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, something like that. Let's see. Okay, so it's the Army of the Undead series. I forget what the first one's called, but I could probably just link it in the chat, can't I?
The machine lift.
Here. This is what I've been listening to lately, and it's pretty good so far. I'm really liking it. Is it your studio tour? No, but I'm truly brainstorming how I want to do that, because I really want to do like a room tour. It's a very small room. You guys are seeing most of it right now. No joke. It's really small. But I would love, suck my ass. I would love to have like a room tour, and it would also kind of force me to like learn how to shoot stuff IRL, you know what I mean? Which is something that I do not, it's a skill set I don't possess right now. Okay, I have that thing. I don't really need to fuck with those guys. There's nothing in there I need. Yeah, but it'll force me to like shoot things IRL and light things correctly. And I'm going to buy one of those little things that slowly rotates the camera so you can kind of get a little dynamic shots and stuff. That'll be fun. Damn, I wish there was a look around button. Oh, wait, no? Okay, no, it's not that. I'm an idiot. Yeah, I am going to mention the cable management. See, this is the thing. It's going to be like insanely in-depth, like stupidly in-depth. Not necessarily good in-depth, right? Like I'm going to have some dumb shit in there. Like I have a lot of consoles that I personally modded, and I kind of want to include that, right? I do a lot of my own RGB mods, and I've replaced a lot of fans and installed ODEs and all kinds of cool shit. And I kind of want to go over that because each of my consoles is not, you know, the PS3 is the only one that's stock. Everything else has been modified in some way, and I kind of want to talk about that. So I'm going to make sure to include like the chapters, like really meticulous chapters in the YouTube video so people could skip ahead, because I know it's going to get boring real fast.
Who are you? Wait. Please don't kill me.
Blue Stinger playthrough in. Oh, we could definitely play that. Hell yeah.
Stop.
Force you to hide all the bodies. Well, we keep them in a special place. I watched this one couple who did a Japan house tour video, and they just hid really creepy shit in some of their shots. Like, yeah, here's our closet, and there's like a mannequin with like lipstick on its face all fucked up and shit. Is nice. Hey Castro, what's up, dude? Your live stream is my workout music tonight. Fuck yeah, man. Wait, we came from here though, right? Am I crazy? No. Wait, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Ladder there, and then a door here. I don't know. Let's fuck around and see. Manhole's closed. Shotgun bullets. Yeah, that bothers the shit out of me too. He said special place. He referenced the thing. You always said you'd take me back there, but you never did. Okay, so I did come from there. All right, good. As far as Japan house tours is concerned, I like that repeating liminal my house tour video. Yeah, I was kind of that's the thing though. I can't think of a title because it is sort of a like Japan house tour, but it's also sort of a YouTube, I don't want to say studio, but like a workspace kind of thing. So I don't know what I'm going to call it, honestly. A 42-hour long audio series, good deal for free $99. Yeah, and it's genuinely pretty good. It is fairly stereotypical in the sense that it's a lot of like army stuff and special forces stuff, but I kind of get into that anyways. Any advice if your dominant hand is much stronger than your non-dominant hand? You know, when you're lifting, a really big like a big important factor to keep in mind is that mind-muscle connection. When you're lifting something, it can be easy for your dominant arm to jump in and because your body naturally, if you're laboring under a force, it wants to take the easiest way out of that possible. And if you have a muscle that is overdeveloped compared to the other, you will find that kicking in. And it's very important just to get a really good feel for when both muscles are engaged equally. And you won't even necessarily need to look at a mirror eventually, but mirrors do help. For example, if you're going to do a shoulder press, get in front of a mirror, you know, bring your bench in front and just keep an eye on your hands and make sure that you're not lifting with your elbows and just bringing your shoulders like there's a lot of, I don't want to say psychological stuff, but sort of, yes. There's a lot of mental stuff that goes into lifting that can really improve your performance and your, it's such a stereotypical word, but your gains. But that mind-muscle connection is key. And I think it can really help with imbalances like that. And it can super help with getting a better workout for the amount of effort that you put in. You fucker. There we go. You got to use L1 properly, Jared. So maybe when he's on the... Fuck. Maybe when he's on the ceiling, L1 will do it. I use the mirror to make sure I eat cookies proper. That's... I mean, listen, if you're going to do something, you want to do it right. Jared finally got the 14-hour flight to Japan covered. Yes, bring Steam Deck and 4 Chinese handhelds. I'll message you later about what good hotel in Tokyo for 7. Hell yes, dude. I'll be honest with you though, and this might not be your experience, but it was for me. When I bring a handheld, like I have my Vita modded, so I put a bunch of PS1 and Vita games and PSP games on there. I never end up playing it on the plane. I'll watch movies and then relax, but I can't concentrate or focus on video games when I'm flying. Don't know why. I mean, the reload time is kind of ridiculous, but it's such a good performer, this gun. I'm a sucker for practical effects. It's that little extra effort that makes a movie shine for me. That's honestly, that's what I hated about this, The Thing prequel. It's like, fuck, man, you took a movie that was so known for its practical effects and you make it all CG. Although I did watch a video about how the production team was actually, they had a bunch of practical effects and, what do you call it? It's like prosthetics and stuff set up for the movie, and then the studio actually said, no, we're making it all CG. Which is kind of interesting. Why do studios always ruin films? Lore Harbor, nice, first time catching live. How you doing? I'm doing great, man. How you doing? Thank you for showing up, hanging out. I want to have a 6-pack by the time we hang out again. Dude, yes, do it. Fuck yeah. Get that grilled chicken going, a little bit of broccoli. A lot of people like brown rice. I think white rice is actually better if you're lifting. Man, I want to wear this fucking hat and duster. Are you more of a fan of the front screen movie model for flights? That's how I ended up watching the entire John Wick series. Front screen, like the screen on the seat in front of you. Like, yes, because it is the most convenient, but I like to rest my head right there and it's super uncomfortable, so it's a little give and take. I usually take like I can't do the shoulder pillows where you just lay I can't do that shit, so I'll take a pillow like that and put it up against the back of my seat and use that. Watching your live talking about long flights and me preparing for work as cabin crew with a plan for watching your vids on my layover in Dubai. Dude, holy shit, that's wild. What are the fucking odds? That's sick. Is that like is it shitty having to go through like decompression and shit like that all the time as flight crew, or is that something you get used to and it's not even that big of a deal? Because I feel like I always feel so oddly drained after I get done flying, and I wonder if it's the same for people who work doing that. No, can't do it. I'm back. My back is to you. I can't be harmed. Hell yeah, we're badasses over here. Studio made the Muse CG. It's a shame. I hope they release the original cut some. Oh, that'd be so sick. Ooh, quinoa. Okay. Oh yeah. You get used to it? Yeah, that makes sense. What do you guys want to talk about? Let's do that, because there's all kinds of shit going on in the world right now. What's on everybody's mind? What's the haps? This guy always reminds me of that one zombie from the Night of the Living Dead remake that Savini directed with the heroin needle hanging out of his arm. Always gives me that same vibe. And the fact that he doesn't have a sleeve really helps. Do you think Capcom will ever do an RE Outbreak remake? No, I don't. But I've been proven wrong so many times that the games industry is doing genuinely good stuff lately, so let's hope I'm wrong. Because I just got done doing a video on the Stalker console ports, which I said was never going to happen. And then I just got done covering Stalker 2, which I also said was never going to happen, so... Headshots don't do more damage? No, I don't think so. I was thinking about trying them out, but I have no idea. Because I truly don't think they do anything different. And then when you do, it like auto corrects back down. Well, maybe, I don't know. Well, these are like weaker zombies though, so. It's tough to tell. Let's see. If we find like a regular one, let's see what happens. Jay says, hey Avalanche, first time catching you live. Just want to say thank you. I put your videos on every night to sleep, and I've recently played through all the RE games because oh hell yes, dude. Glad you like it, man. I too use YouTube to go to sleep almost every single night, so I'm happy to give back to the YouTube sleeping community for sure. Maybe I'm shadow banned, even I never commented. No, I could see you. Adriano Top. Why would you be shadow banned? I don't really ban people from my chat or from my comment section. I probably should, because people get fucking wild in there, but I don't know, it just doesn't... I feel like you don't really accomplish much anything with that. And it's not the victory I think a lot of people think it is. It's like, yeah, I showed him. It's like, I don't think, you know what I mean? Like, it didn't do anything to anybody. I think for the most part, if someone's doing something you don't like, you just kind of don't pay attention to them. Because control over who you do and do not interact with in the social media space. And it just feels like, I don't know, it just seems kind of pointless to me to ban somebody from your comment section. I mean, unless they're going out of their way trying to, you know, fuck with your money or something like that. Did you get to punch Johnny Somali in his stupid fucking face? No, I think the whole Japan thing was happening maybe before. No, maybe I was here. I don't know, but right now he's in Korea. Fucking Hassan Piker's in Japan, or he was in Japan recently. And I was like, ah, damn. Wish I could have fucking called him an idiot to his face. Oh, that's a good question, Cockrock. Where is the Toes guy? That dude fucking ruled, honestly. Josine hated that he was always spamming chat talking about Toes, but that was like the peak of my day. No, I meant YouTube. Maybe I do sometimes comment wild on your videos, but only retarded ones. I mean, that's all my videos, dude. This is like a challenge video. Try to name a non-retarded fucking Avalanche Reviews video. You can't do it. El Bueno Ostrich, what's up, dude? 46 months. My man. Thanks for showing up, dude. How you doing? God, man, now I'm starting to think about how cool that Toes guy was. I've been hearing people say they use Jared's videos to fall asleep too for almost a decade now. Yeah, man. I think some YouTubers might take that as like an insult, like your videos are boring, but I mean, to be fair, I don't really have high energy videos, and my voice is kind of more, I don't raise my voice a lot, and I'm not very energetic about how I deliver stuff, so I could see how people could sleep to my videos for sure. As a matter of fact, when I'm editing, I try my hardest to make sure that there aren't really crazy peaks in the volume so that people who do sleep to it don't get like jarred awake. Because sometimes I'll be listening to like My Life in Gaming. I like sleeping to their videos sometimes, and there'll be like a random sound effect that wakes me up. Did we come from here? I don't think we went down here. Any advice on a first date? Don't want to be too over the top. You know, it's so it's such like a stereotype thing to say, but really and truly, man, being yourself is so key when interacting with someone that you want to have a good opinion of you. Just, I mean, like, there are aspects of your life that are interesting to people, and you just have to trust in that that's the case, and just speak to them like you'd speak to anybody else. Like, you know, hey, what are you into? Oh, that, yeah, like I have some experience with that, or I've heard this about that. You know what I mean? Just, it can be really hard to be yourself when you're nervous, because then you start being like, oh, would I normally say that or something? But just try your hardest to take a breath, relax, and just, you know, do you. If you watch content from a certain creator, you know what I mean? Not me specifically, but, you know, find out what kind of interest they have. And if, you know, they're interested in something you're not, that's dope. No big deal. I heard this about that. Or, oh, can you inform me on that? Whatever it is, man. Just kind of being you is important there, I think. In any situation. And, you know, the thing is, too, is you want a person to get a good idea of who you are so that they want to be around you more. And I can't think of a worse fate than having to, like, be someone that you're not for long periods of time. So it's a good idea to just get you out of the way. You could just be yourself the whole time. And I don't know. I tend to, like, find authenticity to be very important when it comes to, like, dating and stuff like that. And if I was gonna go on a date with someone, if I hadn't been married for 10 million years, I would just want to talk to somebody who was being themselves, because I think most people can really tell if you're not being authentic to yourself. And if they can't, there's no way you're going to be able to keep that charade up the whole time. I bet I didn't even have to fucking kill those moths, too. It's that radio voice of yours. I was inspired by that radio voice sound. That movie, Private Parts. It was the what's his face? A fucking weirdo who wears the wig. The radio guy. I forget his name all the time. What the fuck was his name? He's like a famous shock jock. It's killing me. Why can't I think of his fucking name? Anyways, it's a video about that guy. He's a shock jock, but all of the scenes where he's speaking into a microphone, it has that boomy sort of radio broadcast sound to it. And like, that's what I wanted to make my stuff sounded like, or make my videos sound like when I started YouTube. I just wasn't able to at first because I had shit fucking equipment. I didn't know how to use it. You got a big booty or not? No, I got bad news for you, man. My ass is non-existent. Adriano says, no, your voice is not putting crazy changes in decibels. Also, voice is great and reviews are great. Def gonna come to 1 million subs soon. Dude, thanks so much, man. Much appreciated. Very nice of you. Honestly, I don't think I'll ever get to that point. Like, 1 million subscribers. That seems like that's a lot. And I think I have a very niche appeal, if I had to describe it. I mean, I'll take it. You know what I mean? If it ever comes to that one day, that'd be great. But I don't think I'm that type of guy. I think to get that popular, it sort of requires a bit of that, what I was talking about before, that inauthenticity. I think it sort of necessitates that you hide a bit of your real self from people in order to get that popular, because there are too many fucking people. And there's no way you're going to be able to please all of them with your personality. Like, what's that guy's name? Philip DeFranco? There's not a single time he's appeared in a video where you've seen his genuine and honest personality. It's never happened before. And if I thought that was going to be my career, I would just quit YouTube, because I'm not interested in that, even in the slightest. A buddy of mine had a really good way of describing it, and I really like the term he used. I'm a stealth YouTuber, where I make enough of a living off of YouTube for me and my wife to live in this really fucking awesome house here in Tokyo. I don't get rich by any means. I mean, I make like as much as a teacher does in America, basically, on average. But fuck, I thought I'd be able to do that. You fucking dick. I like the idea that I can kind of do what I like, and it's very freeing to know that I don't have to worry about the algorithm quite as much as maybe most people do. Although I won't lie, right now, fucking ad revenue is dead. But that was my fault. I basically didn't post for like 2 months, and you can't do that. That's not a good way to run your business. Yeah, but I enjoy the idea that, maybe I won't ever get to 1 million subs, and that's cool. I'm fine with that. It would be nice to one day make more money and to be more successful, but if I had to live the rest of my life only getting by on, my creativity and how much I enjoy my job, it's not the worst thing you could get yourself into, for sure. There's definitely worse fates. I feel like with this long hallway, it's just asking for a fucking tyrant fight. I always start with, those dudes with a 12-inch peen? I'm not him. This is a good way to start it out. Get the expectations in check. Chocolates and flowers right after Valentine's Day is too much too quickly. For a first date, I would say so. That's my personal opinion. That's probably, and it's not even that that's a bad thing, but it can be easy for you to give off a vibe to someone who doesn't know you without them knowing your personality. Something very trivial and not a problem at all like that could seem weird, for sure. There's the time. Oh shit, it's the alligator. So, for sure the shotgun, right? I like how he has his cute little animation. Just Oh shit, double gator. They got me fucked up, dude. This is it. Is that all I have? Is 2 fucking shells? Come on now. Maybe we should switch to the regular handgun because it has a faster reload. Adrian on top says authenticity is what people crave for fuck's sakes on YouTube. I mean, you would think that's the case, but the people who are really leading, you know, ad revenue and stuff like that are fucking idiots that don't know how to be themselves or don't have any interest in it. Okay, that seems like a fucking tough boss gauntlet there. Did I use too many shotgun shells on the hunters, maybe? Funny thing, Jared, I watched your Stalker 2 video and there's still ads, so obviously you have some sponsorship. Well, yeah. I am getting ads on my videos, but because I didn't post for so long, YouTube is not showing my videos to as many people. Because with YouTube, it's not about... I mean, it is about how many views you get, yes, but what YouTube is more interested in is it wants to see that people are coming back to your channel regularly to watch your content. If they aren't, it's very hesitant to recommend your videos outside of your normal audience. And even inside of your normal audience, it's pretty common for YouTube not to spread your videos to your subscriber base because... you haven't released a video in so long. To YouTube, it looks like people aren't watching your and enjoying your videos anymore. So when you release a video, it's YouTube's like, people aren't really watching this stuff, so we're not going to show it to them. Which is, like, I get where they're coming from to a degree, but, you know, it would make a lot of sense to me. It's like, hey, I subscribe to this YouTuber. How about you just show me every video the motherfucker puts out, instead of needing to tie an algorithm to subscriptions, because that seems so needless. I've already clicked subscribe. I'm down. You know what I mean? Like, we're in. You don't need to step in anymore, YouTube. We've already fucking figured this out. I don't need your input. I would like to watch this guy's videos. Like, for example, fucking Magular releases videos, not in a slow rate, but he's definitely not fast about it. It's like maybe once or twice a month. And it's like, I want to see every video Magular puts out. I don't give a shit if it's been a month since I've watched one of his videos. Like, just show them to me. I don't fucking need the algorithm to step in with my subscriptions. Andy's an asshole. Who's Andy? Who are we talking about? Yeah, it's sad but true. I think it's mostly kids on their channel, so yeah, for sure. That drives a lot of it. To resolve my English, not great, not my main language, so sorry for oh, no problem at all, man. To be completely fair, it's not like I have the best English in the world either, so no worries at all. You know, I am constantly in the process of learning more Japanese, so if there's one thing that my life experiences have made me super hyper aware of, it's how difficult it is to communicate in a language that you're not particularly well versed in. I find it so hard for me to like show my personality in Japanese for that exact reason, because, you know, it's a big part of who I am is sort of joking and being sarcastic. And those are two things I'm not able to do very well in Japanese. It's tough, man. I know the struggle is what I'm trying to say. We won't use the first aid spray. King Grogu, I am cookie real. I'm the realest cookie you're ever going to meet. This is true. As someone who's played Resident Evil 6 with King Grogu, I think on the Switch, right? We played it? Oh, fuck. Am I still on caution? Damn. Top 2 fast food joints. In Japan, Sukiya and... There is a ramen place called Hidakaya. It's the kanji for day, and then taka like high, and then like ya, and like shop. Hidakaya is really, really good. Really cheap too for how good the food you're getting is. Like you can spend 650 yen. Oh fuck, I should have waited till I got the red arrow, I'm an idiot. You can spend like 650 yen there and get a massive bowl of ramen, some rice, and like a side salad. It's killer. Are you and Binding with Bobbish related? No, I never heard of that creator. You two seem to like cooking. You do a different kind of cooking though. How so? What are we talking about? I swear to God, I don't cook meth. Those rumors are lies. Thoughts on gyms in Japan? Mostly, they can be a little more expensive than in America, depending on where you live. Like if you're in California or New York, it's probably going to be the same. But I would say a lot of the gyms in Japan are more tuned towards like people trying to slim up and not necessarily serious weightlifting. So it can be kind of tough for you to find certain machines, and machines you do find aren't the best here. They're kind of like really like what's that one place? It's like Planet Fitness tier stuff, which is, you know, not amazing, but you know, if you have to work out, it's not the worst place in the world to work out. The only issue I would say is they don't like tattoos here. So every time I go to the gym, I have to wear gloves, which I don't like lifting with gloves at all. I like getting my own grip strength. And then I have to wear like long sleeves and long pants because I'm covered in tattoos. So it is very inconvenient for me to go to gyms here. But, you know, at the end of the day, I understood that they don't like tattoos very much here, and I moved here, so it's not like that's their fault. I do think it's stupid. It's not like I'm going to lie to you and pretend like, oh, yeah, it makes sense that they don't like tattoos. This is that's a retarded way to think. But that's not my place to, you know, criticize people outside. Like, I asked them if I was allowed to be here, and they were nice enough to say yes. So, you know, they made some rules and I'm going to fucking listen to them, is my position. Last Raccoon City Resident Evil had good moments, but awful CGI, some dumb yeah, I agree. For sure. Douglas Monroe said, well, Jared, look at it this way. Your Stalker video has 3.9 million views, and I don't think anyone could have gone better. Oh, hell yeah.
Controlled from.
Yeah, my big Stalker collection video, it surprisingly, Stalker fans really come out for long-form video, like long-form content on Stalker. That video does so well, and I'm really thankful. But, God, I really hate the way I recorded my voice back then, so it would be nice if I could have a video do well that's like a recent video that I'm really confident in my voiceover with, but, you know, what are you going to do? You don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Yeah, that is true. I think the chemistry between the STARS members in that movie was pretty cool. King Grogu says, still got to do a part 2 because I am Mullah shippy with Pierce. Oh, I got shippy. I gotcha. That's a term that I had to learn like 2 years ago. I was really slow on the uptick with that. Pierce is cool though. I like him. Gym's free for me for another few months. Hell yeah, dude. Take advantage of that shit. Yeah, okay, we'll stick with a handgun. Okay, run. You fucker. Can he attack me with my... Oh, okay, it doesn't matter if you fucking... Shit on my fucking chode. Dick ass. Fucker. Maybe I just don't fight them. How about that? Ain't no fucking reason to it. I would so like to please have that magnum ammo, you fucking ass. Ooh, you son of a bitch. Okay. Magnum rounds acquired. Shit. Fuck my stupid asshole. Look at them. Yo, listen, they're pushing me around. They know where I'm going. They're trying to, they're fucking, they got aimbot. You, okay. You fuck. There we go. We're good. PP Mega Dude. Oh, it's a sick name. PP Mega Doo says, no lie, I don't even like the Stalker series all that much, but for some reason, I fall asleep to your long form Stalker vid every other night. Hell yes, dude. Good to hear. That's what we're here, man. We are here to please. Yeah, I gotcha. No, I'm fucking down with the lingo now. And you're right, we do need to do it again. And Pierce is dope, so you're fucking correct all around. This is such a PS1 era soundtrack. I mean, it's so just PS1. I could hear this same song playing in like Siphon Filter. Baba Kanoosh says, okay, so dare kainai no ka? So who kainai? Who wouldn't buy? Is that what you mean? Kai is in like cow? Like to buy? Oh, kainai no ka. So like, who? I don't know what that means, to be completely honest with you. Have you since left Tokyo? Yeah, me and my wife and my mom stayed in a really, oh, that's a cool fucking scene. We stayed at a really cool, oh shit, I didn't know you were there. A really cool small town right next to Fuji called, I forget what the town is called, but the lake that we stayed on was Yamanakako. I forget what the town was called though. Yeah, but we went there. I've been to Kawasaki, and actually I have a really good skate spot in Kawasaki. What are you doing? It's really dope.
Answer me!
Jared, didn't you stream this game with the fixed camera third-person mod? Yeah, the modder... Oh, why am I blanking on his name? Is it Gemini Rebirth that did it? No? Maybe it was Gemini Rebirth. They made a... they ported basically the assets of Resident Evil Survivor into Resident Evil 2 on PC. It's so fucking cool. So you could play this as a normal Resident Evil game. As far as I know, they released the full version for emulators, but only like a partial demo is available for real consoles, and I really wanted to play it on a real PS1. I don't know if he's finished that yet, though. Dude, that was a good fucking song. Dude. Switch rival to PS4 and Xbox. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm usually pretty good about agreeing with you, but that seems... I don't know if I could co-sign that one. Oh, is anybody there? Okay, so dare ka inai no ka. Okay, so it's tough when it's all fucking hiragana. That's why I thought it was kainai. Okay, I'm an idiot. Oh wait, did you mean dare ga inai? Maybe that was it. Okay, maybe that's why I got fucked up. Okay, yeah, so it's dare ga inai no ka. Is anybody there? Which I'm not like correcting you or anything. I was just letting you know why I couldn't read Japanese for. Did you watch State of Play? Saw a few games they announced. Onimusha 2 is getting remastered. I did hear about that. We're also doing new Onimusha, but MGS 3 Delta is my most anticipated. We got to play that at Tokyo Game Show, and it's sick as fuck. I didn't watch State of Play, but I usually just get on social media and just, you know, find out about all the stuff. Fluffy Bunny has indeed entered the chat. What's up, dude? How you doing, man? Oh, fuck. These are the fucking worst. Please. Can I... Okay, they can't... They're just moving me around. I thought I was the only RE player that didn't reload in the menu. Well, in this game, yeah, no. There's no other way to reload here, and it's so fucking frustrating that you might as well just dump your ammo and you just do it out, you know, the absolute state of play. Onimusha Poo remake, better idea. I'll be honest, I don't enjoy Resident Evil, or I'm sorry, Onimusha 2 as much as 1. But I've learned to like it a lot more lately. Everyone else here lonely on Valentine's Day too, I see. Ending up in Jared's stream. Yeah. My wife's in America right now, so I got nobody to hang out with. Well, I guess that's not true. We're all sitting hanging out together, right? Here's what you do. Oh, fuck. Okay. No. The other one. The other one, you fucker. I like how the game is like, yeah, you mean the door, right? And there's 2 active enemies on screen. Yeah, you gotta wait. Yeah, and then fucking shoot him out of the air. I'm the best at playing this game. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I cannot beat... Oh, you fuck! God damn you. Yeah. Oh, shit. No. Yeah, I like how I move my head as if that's gonna, like, he's not gonna hit me physically. You're fucking up the environment, dog. Please. How many times do I have to shoot you? I didn't even have to kill him. I could have just ran. Yeah, honestly, Castra, like, I used to hear people talk about how kanji makes reading so much easier than just using hiragana. And once I learned kanji, holy fuck, dude. It's so much better. It's 5:30 now in Croatia, kind of late for Valentine's. No, it's never too late. Benjamin says, how's the kitten? She's doing great. She's right over here. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and move out of the way. Her little cute fluffy self is sitting right there on her blanket. Comfy as could possibly be. Jared just triggered all the ammo hoarders out there by blasting a whole magazine at nothing. Yeah, even the fact that it's infinite does not help with the feeling of loss when you... Watashi no Nihongo wa mada heta? Is it heta this? I don't know. So is heta, shita, and te together? Because I know Jozu is ue and te. Somebody in chat, Castro, you know, right? Watashi no Nihongo wa mada heta desu. Watashi mo. 日本語で上手にならない。My friend invited to an unplanned trip to Japan in September, and holy fuck, it was hot. Dude, yeah, fucking Japan gets hot as hell, dude. Heard about Shinto beliefs? I know of Shintoism, but I don't, to be completely honest with you, I'm not really super informed on what Shintoism is. My Japanese is still bad. Yeah. Watashimo means me too.
You'll kill me if I drop it. I'm not stupid. Now stay back. Don't come any closer.
I know you think that I'm a murderer, but you're wrong. I would never do anything like that.
How would I say that better? Let's say, 私は日本語が、上手に、まだ上手にならないけど、頑張っている。Jared, by any chance, are you a fan of ice hockey / the NHL? Actually, I'm not. My wife is a big Red Wings fan. She grew up in Detroit. I never got into hockey or anything like that because I grew up in Miami and it was just not available for me to enjoy. I did see the Panthers play the Penguins though when I was like 10 years old, and I didn't know that hockey pucks were that heavy. I thought that they were just all rubber. Those things will fuck you up, dude. Yeah, but no, I get that it was my Japanese is still bad, but is heta, hold on, let me see. Is heta shita and te? Let's see. Heta. Kanji. It is shita and te. Okay, so heta is shita. And then ue and te is jozu. Any advice on learning kanji? Fluffy Bunny, learn the radicals. A lot of kanji are made up of repeating symbols. And a lot of the time, if you see a symbol repeated, it means that that kanji, despite having a different meaning, will have a similar pronunciation to its radical. So if you see like ko in a kanji, you have like a 9 out of 10 chance that you would pronounce that kanji as ko, even though it has a different meaning than, you know, the kanji the radical comes from. Learn the radicals, and honest, it's rogue memorization. Write it, repeat it, write it, repeat it. It's the only way. I think you go to language school there, right? I used to. It got to the point where language school. So how it worked is I still had to continue YouTube while I was at language school, which meant I couldn't do any homework because as soon as I got home from school, I would have to work on YouTube, and it was really fucking tough. So I didn't like quit. I finished the level that I was at. I think it was at level 4, heading into level 5, I believe. Yeah, so once I didn't get into level 5. I just sort of like, I guess I did quit. You could put it that way. At level 4. And I kind of got to a point where I sort of had to work more because I was, ever since I moved to Japan, the upload schedule has been so fucked. And I've been trying to recover from that period of not being able to put any content out for a while. And every time I get to a point where I might be able to, a family member or a friend comes to stay at my house and I end up not getting any work done. But my wife enrolled herself in a college here, which now that she has a college student visa, I guess if we're going to say in Japanese, Suma ga daigakusei ni natta kara, ima watashi no visa wa daigakusei no, or I guess I could say husband? What's husband? I know okusan is wife. I forget what husband is. Damn, that's crazy. I've never had to use husband before in Japanese. But anyways, because I'm married to her, I get a visa. She has a college student visa. I have a spousal visa, I think is what it's called. Not gonna lie, Duolingo kind of sucks. Or maybe I suck. I can decipher Japanese to a point if I'm reading it, as long as it's not overloaded with kanji, but I can't hear it spoken at all. Interesting, okay. I'm kind of the opposite. I'm very, I do things by ear. So I excel much more at speaking Japanese than I do reading it, but I do have dyslexia, so that definitely doesn't help. Would you look at that stuff? Fresh new grenade launcher sitting right there. Yeah, but with kanji, I would say you got to read it. You have to learn a kanji and then find out where to put it. So like, for example, the kanji for watashi, really easy to learn because you use watashi all the time when you speak Japanese, right? So watashi, I bet you probably already recognize watashi. So find that sort of connection with kanji, like for the days of the week. Learn that, you know, something that you already have in your head and you can make a connection to.
Hey!
You know, suiyobi, getsuyobi, mokuyobi, doyobi, like just learning things that you kind of already have a bit of a mental association with can help you so much. It's crazy. Isn't husband just better than dog? Honestly, I don't know if that's the case. I don't think Inu is involved. Why did you put me here? There's nothing I can do. Is there a ladder on that? Oh, there. Maybe there's a door. Yeah, there is. Right there. Never thought I'd see this stream. That's what we're here for. We're delivering the fucking good shit. Duolingo wanted me to learn how to say Mizu to Ocha for weeks, so I uninstalled it. Waste of time and phone space. Yeah, I mean, it only takes so long before you learn tea and water. Oto, thank you very much. So I wonder, I could probably sneak past him, right? Hey, nope. But my thing with Japanese is I've kind of gotten very lazy, and I use a certain amount of Japanese every day. Like ordering at a restaurant is really fun and easy. But I've gotten too lazy with it. I need to really get off of my ass and get some shit done. Oh, yo, did you see that spin move? Come on. I'm the best there ever fucking was, dude. That was sick. Spun right the fuck around them. Kanji can be annoying, yes, because there's so many kanji that have totally different meanings, but the exact same. Or I'm sorry, yeah, totally different meanings, but the exact same sound. Like ka, you will see ka repeated a million times as far as how a kanji is read, and it doesn't mean the same thing at all for any of them. It's so fucking frustrating. I've always loved this area. It genuinely, it looks like a neighborhood. You know, I mean, it obviously looks like a very luxurious and lavish neighborhood, but there's a house and a car in the driveway. You know, it just fucking feels so right. Yeah, that was a good spin move. Johnny Somali would not affect the process of becoming a Japanese citizen. No, I don't think so. But he, you know, people like that coming here does certainly paint a lot of us foreigners in a very bad light. And it's not, I mean, like, I can understand why some people would be like, who gives a shit? Because I understand, because it doesn't affect a lot of people around the world. But when you are trying to make a life for yourself here, and there are people who come and are very rude, or they, you know, make TikTok videos and dance on the trains or in the crosswalks, it's like, I understand that you don't give a shit. And it makes sense that you don't give a shit, because you don't live here and you're never going to have to come back here. And you didn't even want to be here in the first place. All you wanted to do was come here and make a TikTok video. But there are people here who are genuinely trying to live their lives, and foreigners already have a bit of a stigma attached to them in this country. And it certainly does not help that all the foreigners who come here do nothing but enforce that stigma with their existence. You ever figure out how to say lost in Japanese? Yeah, that's actually funny you bring that up, because I still just use rosto. There is a word. I did learn it at one point, but I haven't needed to use it at all. So here's the thing. You find stuff from people all the time. Like a month ago, outside of the konbini, I found somebody's keys, and I was like, oh shit. So I brought them into the konbini, and you can tell somebody wasuremono, which is like a forgotten thing, and you know, tell them you found it outside. So I don't need to use the word lost very often because I don't lose things quite so much here. But I can ask, like, for example, if I left my cell phone in a restaurant, or like in a combini, you can walk in and you can ask, like, is my fucking phone here? As opposed to saying, I lost my phone. So there are a lot of things in Japanese that you kind of learn to speak your way around. You learn how to say, what's the word? I can't think of it in English. A lot of synonyms for things. It really helps out a lot. But honestly, I've talked about it before. Yeah, it is a deep cut for real. I remember, dude, that almost ruined my life. I was so fucked up when we first moved here. And a buddy of mine had just died, so my brain was fucking gone. And then I lost my fucking Zaidu card, and I was just like, that's it, dude. I'm done. I'm getting kicked out, you know?
I won't hurt you.
Unfortunately, last April, when I was on a train heading from Shinjuku to Shibuya, I got to witness the antics of those foreigners that enforce that stereotype. It sucks, dude.
He said he's going to the factory
And
by
you
the
know, you see it
roadway.
sometimes when you go to like Shibuya or Akihabara. It's like people will be in the middle of the street doing stuff, and I get it. You know, this is my once in a lifetime chance, but let's be very realistic. Nobody's watching your TikTok. You don't get any views. You don't make money off of what you're doing. And if you do, you're locking yourself into a future where you just have to buy, you know, $1,500 to $2,000 plane tickets to get not paid by TikTok. It's stupid for you to be doing this here. It makes no sense financially. You're ruining everybody else's time around you. You're being a cunt for free. And it's like, you at least need to fucking make some money off of that if you're going to be an asshole. Shout out to the tourists who block the path through their giant backpacks in Akihabara. Oh my God. I talk all the time about the kind of tourist that comes here and thinks they need to backpack through Tokyo. It's like, this is one of the most fucking modernized, densely populated cities on earth. You don't need a hiking backpack and cargo shorts with a fucking safari hat to walk around the streets of Tokyo. But for some reason, and it's always people from Europe, they take the idea of backpacking really literally, and they think they need to bring their giant, we're talking about like fucking, like industrially big fucking backpacks. And then they walk around these places that are meant for like 2 people wide of a clearance. It's so fucking annoying. You have no idea. Forgot whose podcast you're on. That was a good listen. I forgot whose podcast I was on too, now you think about it. That's such like a famous story for me though. It brings me right back to that terrible feeling I had. And then it turns out, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world having to go to immigration and get a new one though. It's like your visa is still valid. It's just if like the cops stop you, they're like, we can't confirm that you're telling us the truth, you know. Mega Man poster in this room and street. Oh, I didn't even see those. Let me go back in. I wonder if it'll let me go. Just don't mix the Balkans with Europe, and we're a good part of Europe. Okay, all right, I got you. Keep the Balkans separate. Now let's head into that room and check out that fucking Mega Man poster. At least we all know where the Japanese stereotypes of white people in anime come from. It's true, man. It sucks. Wait, is that it? That can't. That's Ghost and Goblins. All right. Okay, Street Fighter. I see Cammy there. That's kind of sick. That's dope as hell. That's the artwork from That's crazy. That's like the artwork from the HD remaster, it looks like. I guess it's just the stuff from Super Street Fighter, the new challengers, but maybe I'm just used to seeing that from the remaster. I don't see the Mega Man poster though. Is this it up here? No? Yeah, I think it's just Ghost and Goblins and Street Fighter. Oh, let's see here. Douglas Monroe says, Jared, did you read my comment on your Stalker compilation video? I mentioned my biggest disappointment with Stalker 2 is there's no difficulty above hard. That's a very good point, actually. I found hard to be pretty difficult, though, to be fair. I literally only brought one bag to Japan for 2 weeks, and that served me just fine. I was in Tokyo, Osaka, Hiroshima, Kyoto, Aomori, and Hakodate. I mean, I did leave Japan with 3 bags, but that's the thing. You got to bring an extra suitcase for whatever you end up buying. That is key. But the backpackers, they're my worst enemy. I went out to Shinjuku last night to eat at this restaurant that me and Josine like called Hangover Hangout. It's a combination of those 2 words. Maybe it's hangout, hangover, I forget. But great restaurant. They make macaroni and cheese, and there's corn in it, which you immediately want to think, oh, bad, right? It's really fucking good. But anyways, there's a lot of those backpackers out, and they piss me off. I don't have to shoot you. Okay, well, how many times you gotta die, fool? Yo, with the quickness. You don't have, like, I would actually rather the camera not follow them if it's gonna make it so that I can't fucking shoot them. I knew. Yeah, see? I thought it was a tyrant, but I knew something comes out here. I haven't played this game in forever. Do I have any shotgun shells? I do. I could probably run. Well, the hunters are super hard to run past, so it makes sense to kill them. Is that it? Well, gosh darn. I pay 5 cents for the plastic bags to destroy the earth a little faster. That's a good idea. If it's going to happen, you don't want it to take place over a long period of time. I'm wondering if it's possible for GOG to bring back old games that don't have a PC version. That's what I'm wondering. I think there was a Japanese PC release of Breath of Fire 4, so I think that makes sense for them to talk about doing that. And some of the Mega Man games, they had PC releases for. So a lot of those I could see maybe happening, but I'm right there with you, honestly. Oh, they're the badass lickers. You know what? I don't even want to fuck with you. Why would I? Yeah, I was wondering that too, because they have that wish list and so many of them don't have PC ports. I mean, I guess you could do one of those emulation package releases. I don't see why they couldn't, actually, now that I think about it. That makes the most sense. Hey, Girano's getting out of here. Good night. Have a great day. Thanks so much, man. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later. I'll keep in mind the Balkans. We'll separate that from Europe from now on. Am I crazy? Where's my okay, I missed it a million years ago. Very strange looking RE game, but it looks kind of fun. It honestly is. It's very clunky to control, but once you kind of wrap your head around the controls, it's really fun. Jordan Rex says hello. How you doing, man? And I did come from there. Okay, just making sure. Leave no stone unturned. I guess we're just gonna beat it today because we're kind of like halfway through it now. Oh, fuck. I hit my mouse. I still got my PSP copy of Breath of Fire 3. I don't like a lot of the PSP, PS1 ports because they do that bilinear smoothing thing on all the sprites. Like they did that with Tales of Destiny 2 as well. It's the same. Oh! That was a good pause. That was a really good pause. But I mean, just being able to play those games on the go, kind of dope though. That's crazy. One shot killed him, and I guess I was able to break that animation by going into my menu immediately. That was sick. Hey, Vinny, how you doing? like how there's just slowdown with 2 enemies on screen. Maybe it's no, because the mesh on the fucking fence is mostly 2D. I think it's these boxes right here that, watch. Like right here, we're good. And then it really slows down with these boxes on the screen. Interesting. You guys have no idea how... The reason why the weird video stuff makes it in my videos so often is because that's how my brain works. And I have so much fun just noticing weird little quirks with how a game's presentation operates. It's really cool. I heard GOG is getting Breath of Fire 4. Yeah, we were just talking about that. I'm not sure how they're going to pull it off, but hopefully they'll include very accurate presentation modes. You know, like a pixel perfect kind of, what you call it? Like nearest neighbor scale. That would be nice. Because while I would love to have Breath of Fire kind of like ported and enjoyed by other people, fuck off, asshole. I don't want it to happen at the cost of, you know, the video being blurry and nasty and unnecessarily fucked with. Hey, can you fall down and die, please? Come on, come on, come on. You fucker. Alright, we're good now. There's more to be done. Where did the other dog go? Yo, there's nothing you could do. The dog's blocking him, I think. Oh, fuck. We got this. We are so fucking back. I think he's dead now. Nope. Now we're good. This is easy peasy. Today's the anniversary of the last Twisted Metal game to be released. Oh, interesting. Was that Black or was that HD remaster they did? God, Black was so good. Isn't 5 on PS2? Yes, Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter is a PS2 game. And, might I say, criminally underrated. Probably one of my favorite role-playing games of all time, I swear to God. FF9 will be the next remake. Like in the Final Fantasy VII remake style, because I don't know if that's going to work very well. 9 became like a darling, like, I don't get it. I felt like 9 was pretty weak. I think 8 was more fun than 9 was, personally. I mean, if you like it, you know, fucking more power to you. That's awesome. I don't get it, personally. Oh, it was the PS3 one, okay. I could have swore they did like a remaster or something. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, honestly, Longtran knows what's up. And I'll say this. It probably is my favorite Breath of Fire game to play out of the series. I won't say it's like the best because 3 is so fucking good. And 4, I think, is even better than 3. Oh, this is the first time we're seeing them because we didn't go to the arcade. Anyways, yeah, like, I enjoy Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter more than any other Breath of Fire game, but I can say objectively, best soundtrack in the series without a single fucking iota of doubt in my mind. Dragon Quarter has the best soundtrack of any Breath of Fire game. There will be no discussion on that matter. Just flat out fucking auditory beauty, that soundtrack. This is kind of a creepy area. With the draw distance and everything. Also, you like how I'm fucking dodging these fools like a pro? Nothing but MLG skills in this motherfucker. I think, yeah, he was just rolling beside me that whole time. Oh shit, they got the snipers. The fucking quick scopes are out. Oh fuck. We did it, boys. The most talented gamer alive. Please. I wanted something to be there. I loved 3 and 4 for years, but 5 was my favorite. I also liked how much more personal journey. It really did feel like a more personal story. And then, like, that was the only game. All right, so here's the thing. Nina is mute in that game, right? I fucking fell in love with that character. Like, I genuinely wanted to protect her. And that's, you know, a portion of the story is you're trying to protect Nina. And I was like right there with Ryu, like this, I need to fucking help this girl. They made her so, what's the word? I don't know why I identified with her a lot in that game. It just, she was thrown into the situation that she didn't ask to be in. This is not her fault. But, you know, here she is. She was fucking experimented on and put into this world that she now basically can't survive in. And it's all because she tried to help Ryu and fucking, what's her face? Who sucks. She's the worst. She's a great character in terms of like her personality, but she's like the worst in terms of contributing to the fucking party dynamic because she's always weak. What the fuck is her name with the cat ears? It's gonna kill me. Nina, Ryu. I completely forget her name. Raid Spelts, I think it is, says, do Japanese women in Japan find moderately attractive foreigners with beards attractive? I've watched videos where they say beards look scruffy, but wasn't sure if it was a societal norm to say this. I will say, just as a foreigner in Japan, you'll do pretty well. Japanese women tend to find foreign men to be very exotic looking. And a lot of Japanese wives like cheating on their husbands with foreign guys because they know the foreigners will be gone soon. Because not a lot of foreigners last long here. As far as the beard stuff goes, to be honest with you, I don't, like I'm already married, so I don't even think I've had a Japanese woman ever express to me that she thought I was attractive before. So I couldn't really tell you if that's the case, but I would assume, I don't know. I've talked to my Japanese teachers about this, whether or not Japanese women like that, and they've kind of been sort of back and forth with it. I'm not 100%. There's not a lot about women in general I could tell you that would make any sense, to be honest. But I would say if you're just like going for a night on the town, you know what I mean? Like you're just going to a club or something, you could probably hook up and it wouldn't be a problem. I think the whole scruffy beard thing would come into play if you were looking to start like a long-lasting relationship with a woman here. Because that might, even though it's obviously not the case, but that might signal to them that you maybe don't have as good of prospects or you aren't going to get as good of a job or something. Fuck, back up. Yo, you can't, oh no! Alright, I'm ready for it. Yo, you're stuck, you idiot. Don't ever fuck with me. Cat? Is that it? Is it cat? Hold on. Let me see. BOF Dragon Quarter. Let's just do characters. This is gonna kill me. I don't think it's Cat. Lynn, that was it. I even forgot her name. I hate her so much. Honestly, no, she's like, I mean, she's an awesome character. She just sucks in your party because she doesn't ever do damage. Japanese women cheat on their husbands with foreign men because they know they'll be gone soon. Now you tell me. Well, always time to come back, dude. I will be honest with you though, STDs are much more prevalent here in Tokyo than a lot of people I think are aware of. Japanese women throw that shit around, man, and they don't give a fuck because it's like, they don't want to, you know, they're so Japanese, it would be very embarrassing to bring that up in conversation. So like telling a person that they have chlamydia or something is not on their, high up on their list of priorities. Damn, the text scroll must be severely delayed. I mean, it might be. We're in Tokyo, so maybe the amount of latency is kind of fucked. Maybe not. I don't know, to be honest. Jared, I think you made some interesting points about remakes. Curious question is, how do you feel about the Rachel Zegler Snow White movie? Same question applies to the chat. I didn't really care about Snow White to begin with, so I don't really give a shit about it being remade or the actress they chose to play her. But I will say that probably going on a press tour, talking shit about the people who would likely come to theaters to watch your movie, it turned out to be a really bad business move. So maybe, I think game developers are also learning this lesson, because it's really common for them to let more of the activist members of their staff on social media telling people, well, you know, if you don't like it, don't play the game and stuff. And there is, you know, there truly is, it's an understandable point, right? Like, it makes sense. Like, if you have a problem with the sort of politics that we're going to be displaying in our video game, you probably wouldn't enjoy playing it very much. You know, I think that there's some logic there. That being said, it's probably not an amazing idea for people to whittle down the potential pool of customers they could have for their video game on purpose. And I think everybody in media in general is starting to figure out that that's not the best idea for anybody to do. Especially with gaming, in my opinion, going through a bit of a fucking a bit of a crash right now in terms of how much money can be made off of an audience versus how much money it costs to develop a video game. I think the idea of letting, you know, I mean, even if people on your staff are saying stuff that I agree with, nobody likes to be talked down to, and nobody likes to be told, well, you're not allowed to play our game because you don't agree with our politics. It's an idiotic way to run a business, I think. So I think if you're going to do things like remake the Snow White movie, or if you're going to make a video game where you're going to do something sort of controversial, that's fine. But I would probably say, if you're already doing something that you think may be a controversial move that will already be limiting the potential draw of the property itself, maybe also don't let your employees go onto social media and tell people that they shouldn't engage with your media. I don't know. They basically have the original trilogy up on GOG on PC, which is about as close to remasters I think you can get, honestly. I mean, most remasters are just ports of PC games anyways. I don't really think you need to do too... Like, here's the problem with Resident Evil. They don't have the original renders for the, like, backgrounds and all the 2D assets that were used, the pre-renders. So they would have to use AI upscaling on the stuff that does exist, and I don't think that's necessarily a great... I don't think AI image upscaling has gotten to the point where it can be used to replace stuff like that yet. It will get there. I think probably in the next 5 years we're going to see the quality that comes from AI image restoration jump up wildly, but I don't think we're there yet. And I think to remaster a Resident Evil game, that's going to be necessary, and I don't like that. The reason why Tomb Raider was so easy to do is because it was all 3D for the most part. And it's really easy to take a 3D game, like especially even a PS1 game, and then widen the what's the goddamn word for it? Damn it. The field of view, and allow it to be widescreen, because you just have to tell the game, all right, this amount of pixels need to be on screen at this time, and you just have to fucking... I mean, it's really easy to do with 3D assets versus 2D stuff like Resident Evil. You can't make it widescreen because you would have to redraw every background, which honestly just re-render the backgrounds and using the originals as inspirations, I've talked myself into it. I think I'd be fine with that now. Oh, fuck me. Oh, you fucking zigzagged him. Hell yeah. FOV, yeah, exactly. Xenoblade X. A buddy of mine's been trying to get me to play the Xenoblade games for so fucking long. And I will, I swear. I promised him I would. But I haven't gotten around to it yet. Code Veronica remake? I don't know. We've talked about this on stream before, and I think that's a tough ask. Because, I mean, it's obviously this isn't the case, but having a enemy be a, I mean, like, okay, so the Ashfords, like, Alexia's brother isn't a cross-dresser per se. He's just crazy, and when his sister left, his mind broke and he took over her role. So he doesn't slot into what your societal definition of a trans person or a cross-dresser or a drag queen or anything like that. Like, he doesn't play into that. But as it is right now, Capcom is already a lightning rod for social politics, especially since RE5, which was unnecessary and really stupid. But I would be very wary if I was Capcom of pissing off that community if I was going to remake something. And if they're going to make any alterations because of that, I would just rather it not be remade because the original's already great, you know. Hey, Goji Shay, what's up, dude? How you been, man? Real Live You Monsters, fuck the RE2 remake replacements. I don't know, I thought they were kind of cool. I like to look at the remake games as a totally different timeline, like, you know, like a divergent sort of what if scenario. And if you look at them like that, a lot of the changes to like how people look and their personalities and stuff, I tend to go with the flow as far as those remakes go, to be honest. Okay, so where do I fucking get all this shit then? What do I have on me? This game's fucking me. Shotgun Magnum, shotgun grenade. Oh, the activation disc. Okay, maybe there's something inside the lab I need to fuck with. No biggie. God, I love that sound effect so much. It's so good. Yeah, DID I think makes a lot more sense for Alfred. But I feel like the kind of people who are very easily offended would very, very likely become extra offended by that plot point. And like I said, I wouldn't want to see the property come out of that altered for that reason. So I would just much rather them not remake it if they're going to do that. I don't think it's very likely that Capcom will say, fuck it, man, let's go for it. But that would be the only scenario where I think a remake would make sense. People are incredibly triggered. That is a problem. Jared, you were living in Japan when Abe was assassinated. Yes, I was. If so, what the hell was that day like for an average Japanese citizen? You know, for a lot of the older people, it was a really big deal. It really affected them. They were fucked up by it. A lot of the younger people, I can only tell you from my interactions with my teachers and then, you know, Japanese Twitter, which I try to keep my eye on for a bit. A lot of the youth were making a lot of memes about it, and a lot of the old people were crying about it. It was like a pretty big deal for them, but they didn't shut down any businesses or anything. It wasn't like a huge, you know, ordeal by my recollection. NuckU101 says, I want to say thank you, Avalanche, for the peak RE community. Well, much appreciated, man. I'm glad you like my stuff. You are very welcome. You know, like I truly do approach content creation with the intent of, okay, what do I want to make? And I'm just going to make that, right? I'm very hardcore about only working on things that I'm really creatively fucking psyched on. And it's really nice to have a viewer base that enjoys seeing that stuff. Because it's not always, you know, going to be Resident Evil. You know, sometimes it's fan translations or RPGs or the Stalker series. And it's really cool to see that there are, you know, a good number of people who follow me that is just like, yeah, I'm just down for the content you're making. It makes me feel good. Costra, yeah, I have 2 more episodes until I finish Shogun, and holy fuck, dude, that's some good shit. I really, really like Shogun. I'm not sure where I need to take this fucking activator disc. It's not here. Alfred was more like Norman Bates. That's a very good way to put it, actually. I would be surprised if that wasn't his inspiration. That just makes a lot of sense, yeah. Mental health and living situation, for sure, yeah. Yeah, the third person mod for Survivor is dope as hell. I don't think it's... I completely forget, and I feel bad every time I do it, because he is like the Resident Evil mod king. What is his fucking name? It's not Gemini Rebirth. It's not like the Rebirth guy. It's... God damn it, I know his name, I swear to God. Aiden Watkins? I think Aiden Watkins is the Survivor third person guy. Very good stuff. Okay, maybe I go over here. There's something I can do here. Artificial Instinct, what's up, dude? Yo, Jared, have you ever had a mommy dom? Trust me, dude, try it out. You know, I don't get into the domination thing too much, to be honest with you. I don't even get into it, you know, 'cause with me and Josine, I don't get into the idea of dominating her either. And the idea of her, like, dominating me would fucking... I would take it as a challenge. Like, oh yeah? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a fucking asshole. Yeah, I don't know if I could do the dom thing. I think I might be like really vanilla in a lot of ways, because like the idea of like the leather and the whips and fucking being tied up, and you know, a lot of people in like popular media, they'll show a guy who's handcuffed and they're like, ooh, that's hot. And I'm like, I don't feel that. I don't know. Shit doesn't get my dick hard. I think I'm too much of a regular dude. That is true, King Grogu. You do dominate cookies. You know, I think about you all the time because they sell macaroons at McDonald's here. So every time I order Uber Eats, I'm always like, oh shit, Grogu would love this. Aiden Watkins, yeah, that was him. He just finished Containment not long ago. It was great. Yeah. I was doing that the Resident Evil mod series. There's good fucking Resident Evil mods out there, and I didn't even cover the like BioRand and a lot of the like the randomizers and shit. But now that there's the fixed camera mod for RE2 Remake, I think I'm gonna have to do another edition of that, because I think there's a few more I could fuck with. You motherfucker. Alright, so hold on. We're gonna have to actually read what this says now. Right? Nothing at all? Remember it used to say something? Am I crazy? Have I lost it? Hey, Fluffy Bunny with $5. Thank you, dude. Pre-rendered backgrounds and upscaling is what gets Jared hard as fuck. That's the most true statement ever made. Speaking of Mommy Dom, any Makima fans in here? Makima? I'm not sure what that is. My boy Jared, love this game, but I wish it had a classic mode. It does, technically. If you play the Aiden Watkins. Oh, fuck off. Is there a liquor right there? There was. I still haven't played the fixed camera mod for RE2 Remake. It looks so cool though. I feel like I have to. I mean, it is like, I do feel obligated as fuck. Maybe I just kill these fools. Maybe there's some kind of scripting trigger for capping Ivies. Get shot for 1,000,000 years, motherfucker. Thoughts on shooting is a little jank, but not enough to be a real issue. What are you talking about? Oh, the fixed camera, I see it. Yeah, like, I expected aiming to be a bit of a fucking chore, just because of the way those games are made. And that was always my prediction when people were like, oh yeah, it'd be cool if they made a fixed camera mod. I was like, I don't know how you would even handle aiming. I think with the mod that there's a laser reticle that you could choose for an option. You know, fucking Fluffy Bunny, I could have swore I had my Streamlabs, my alerts set up so that I could, for some reason it's not alerting me when I get super chats. It's really weird. I had it. I had the text to speech turned on too. I don't know why it's not working. Castro says, "Am I allowed to ask a political question because I have one?" Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm a pretty open book. There's not a lot that I refuse to talk about. Oh, it looks like the liquor stealth thing still works in this game. That's kind of sick. Am I fucking crazy? I'm not looking up a goddamn strategy guide for Survivor right now, am I? Ah, god damn it, I want to know what to do so bad. I personally enjoy political discourse, but it's a tough subject in chats. It can be, but, you know, to be honest with you, we have a good group here. And a lot of the people that are more common to show up in the chat are pretty fucking understanding. We've had some pretty challenging subjects come up in the past. And the people here are really understanding, even when someone's beliefs fall outside of their own. Which, I don't know if that's because I got lucky or I sort of cultivated an audience like that, but either way, it's really good. How's Japan getting used to God Emperor Trump's second dynasty? He is really popular in the media. The what you call it? The fucking no, don't fuck with me. The catchphrase in the Japanese media is Trump 2.0, and they spell out with katakana as like Torampu 2.0. But every time they talk about Trump in the media, they use that katakana, which makes it really memorable. But overall, the Japanese have a fairly positive view on Trump, which is interesting. Okay, what do I do with this fucking disc then? For the power reactor. Oh, okay, maybe I go to that one thing. All right, I think I might have it. Yeah, they seem, honestly, fairly positive on Trump. A lot of the more negative stuff about Trump in the American media doesn't necessarily float through in Japan. You can see, as far as like personal discourse, like on Twitter and stuff like that, you are going to run into people caring about that stuff a little more. But as far as like the news media goes, they're pretty positive on his antics, or at the very least, sort of neutral, I guess. I think Japan tends to take a look at situations and they don't necessarily, what's the word? They don't, like punditry isn't so popular here. It's mostly just like, here are the facts of the situation that happened, unless like, and the guy was a transphobe, you know what I mean? So a lot of times, I think if you take a more, a less emotional, more results-based look at Trump's previous presidency, he did a pretty good job at opening up domestic manufacturing in America, and he improved trade relations in Japan specifically. So I would imagine here in Asia, they're pretty stoked on him. And I actually heard, I don't know that this is true, but I talked to a guy who is going to college in Japan, and he's Chinese, and he said even outside of Hong Kong and mainland China, Trump is actually kind of popular, which surprised the fuck out of me. Jared, how dare you have that political opinion, and why do you hate that particular group of people, you monster? These are all good questions that I plan on answering in my forthcoming YouTube apology. I don't understand how he could be so popular. Well, like I said, I think a lot of the Japanese view of Trump is more, here's his political policy, and less like, here's how much of a fucking idiot he is personally. Japan is an economic country that likes borders, plus they're quite traditional. Yeah, that is true too. Trump definitely does play into a more traditional, like, family values style policy approach, and you could definitely see why that would do well here. I gotta find out where to put this fucking disc. I'm gonna have to look this up. The embarrassment of it. Lord almighty. Okay, let's see. Okay, the activation disc. Let's look this up. Activation disc. Where do we put this motherfucker in at? Shina Island activation disc inside the power room. Where's the power room? Oh, it's right here. I just have to use it? That's the... Okay. For this entire game, they've used items for me, but now it's a problem. That does make sense, Fluffy's point. Yeah, I think so. It definitely... It plays out, for sure. Japan's interest in international news tends to be very, here's what's happening in the world. And like I said, the news media here is less about offering and proctoring up opinions on what has happened and more about, there was a car crash. This many people were injured. The driver claims that this was the reason. And, you know, Japanese news tends to be very much in that kind of... let's see. I don't know. It just feels a little less personality based and a lot more. Fuck! It was there this entire time. You motherfucker! Here I am. Trump's policies and political legacy were a net negative. I mean, I don't know, man, to be honest. I'm not, like, listen, this isn't the fucking defend Trump hour for sure. He's a fucking idiot, but he had a very brass tacks, common sense approach to economic policy. And like I said, I mean, under Trump's presidency, his first... Are you kidding me? Thank you. Anyways, you know, a fucking manufacturing factory opened up in Detroit. Like, that's something that hasn't happened in my lifetime. He did a lot of really good stuff in terms of domestic manufacturing, and he's been really good in terms of trade relationships. You know, it's really easy to think about how trade relationships affect Americans, but you have to keep in mind, like, there are people in China, like I was saying before, that find Trump's trade tariffs to actually improve life because it forces people to manufacture domestically instead of with a priority on international manufacturing. I think that there are tons of reasons to not agree with any of Trump's opinions or potentially his policies, but I think if we're talking like numbers, I mean, in terms of like economic mobility, it was the absolute best era for Americans since like the fucking early 80s. And again, like, you can say that doesn't matter to you, and I think that's perfectly fair. For example, some of the social policies you may not agree with, or I personally didn't like the idea of transgender people not being allowed into the army, and I felt like that wasn't something a president should have any control over. And I think that did. That wasn't even a mandate. I think it was just an opinion that he held, or at the very least, it was overturned very quickly. But I think there are plenty of really valid reasons not to like Trump as a president. But in terms of his economic effect on the country, it's inarguably positive. I mean, listen, and again, this isn't going to be something like, okay, here's, you should like this candidate and you shouldn't like that candidate. But realistically speaking, the Trump presidency versus the Biden presidency in terms of the economy, even news networks now that for the longest time were saying, no, the economy is really good under Biden, which it objectively was not. And like, that's not even something I'm willing to like entertain a separate opinion on. These are numbers and they either go up or down. It was really bad under Biden, even though you may agree with a lot of his social policies or even immigration policies. And I think that's understandable. But in terms of sheer economics, I think that it makes a lot of sense for somebody who's really interested in making more money and having everyday items cost less. It makes a lot of sense why that person might be more positive on a Trump presidency. And, the yen here in Japan has been falling for a very long time. And I think it's probably understandable why Japanese people would look at a rising American economy. And the value of the dollar has went up. But I think it would be really easy to look at a Trump presidency here in Japan and see it as a positive for their economy, especially because Japanese people don't need to deal with any social policy upsets that might be caused by Trump enacting some sort of a fucking... Hold on, is there someone behind me? No? Okay. Anyways, yeah, like, again, I don't want to get overly positive or to preach at anybody, because if you have reasons for not liking Trump, I'm sure they're valid. But I think that you also have to be fair. In the same way that, like, I voted for Obama when he was in office, and there was a lot of stuff that he got done that I think was positive. But I think overall, he was a warmonger and he bombed more people than any other living president. And that's not like a good thing. And I could be objective about that. That's something that it's a decision that I made that, I wouldn't necessarily make right now, knowing what I know now. But I feel like it's important for people to be objective, even when they're subjectively disagreeing or agreeing with, whatever the current president may be. I still can't support Trump. I think that's fair. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you certainly don't have to. Bidun had to deal with Corona. Well, no, Biden had to deal with the after effects of Corona. Trump dealt with the coronavirus after 9 months of Biden's presidency was no longer, like, you didn't have to wear a mask in public anymore after a very short time of his presidency. I feel like a lot of the economic fallout that took place was probably due to Biden's overreaction to a lot of Corona. Because now, looking back, and again, being objective, it was a time that was very understandable for a person to be very, very scared, worried, upset about what was happening with coronavirus. Looking back now and seeing the genuine and honest effect that it had on people, its mortality rate and things like that, I don't think you can make an argument for the reaction to coronavirus being, what's the word? Proportional to the threat of coronavirus. It was not something that was a threat to a majority of human beings that lived in the country. And I think the people who it was a threat for would probably have been very, very smart to have gotten vaccinated or to wear masks in public or to decrease the amount of time that they spent out in public. And that's something that makes a lot of sense. And if there was somebody who was very worried about coronavirus, I wouldn't have a single negative thing to say about them if they were to choose to operate in that sense. But I don't feel like mandating that every person in America need to do the same thing makes a lot of sense. Fiscally, realistically, objectively, biologically. Like a healthy, I'm almost 40 now, but at the time I was 30. Like a healthy adult like myself had literally nothing to worry about. And I've had coronavirus like 4 times since then. It has not killed me. It was very undesirable, not very fucking fun to have it. So like, I get it. You know, if you wanted to do whatever you could to get away from that being a possibility, 100% understand. But I feel like having the government step in and tell you that that needs to be done, it runs contrary to a lot of what most people would probably agree are American values. It's like Y2K bug. People pretended it didn't matter only because it was prevented. No, the Y2K bug was never an issue to begin with. There's a theoretical problem, but nobody was protected against Y2K. It didn't crash any important systems.
Well, I mean,
I think it actually required a system reset for air traffic control, which is big, but nothing about Y2K was prevented. It was never an issue to begin with. The rollover took place with no problem at all.
Because I'm the one that told Vincent about you.
Mortality rate for COVID-19 was 61.3 per 100,000 people, or 0.000613, according to the CDC. Which, you know, and again, like, I can understand a person in the early days of coronavirus. I was very scared. I bought a gun because I thought society was going to, like, crumble. You know what I mean? I mean, I had firearms to begin with, but I wanted a shotgun for when Josine was home. If someone came to the door, I wanted her to be able to rack a shell in the slide, and someone would hear that, you know, she would never have to fire it, that kind of a situation. So I can understand people really overreacting to coronavirus in the early days, but I think that there were a lot of people who are offering very reasonable takes on the mortality rate. You know, doctors and medical professionals and scientists who looked at the virus carefully or its effects on the human body and said, you know, it's not as dangerous as a lot of people might think. And I think it would have been good for people to have listened to those opinions instead of like banning them from social media. But that's, you know, that's a lesson we learned afterwards. And I think it's important to look at that and go, okay, we saw how that panned out, and maybe we can sort of act accordingly the next time, you know, humanity comes across a potentially life-ending fucking viral threat. Okay, we're gonna have to use this right fucking now. Fucking Saulo A said, coronavirus is the biggest nothing burger ever. I expected to see old farts dropping like crazy in the streets. I was promised havoc. Nobody delivered on the havoc, man. I get it. But, you know, thinking back, I do have, this is going to sound so fucked up. I sort of have, I look back on the coronavirus lockdowns. I lived in South Florida, so they weren't very long where I was. But I look back on that time, and I had just gone full time with YouTube. Like that year, I think, is when I went full time and quit my job. And I have a fondness for that era, you know. I associate a lot of fun memories with that, even though it was a terrifying time, and there were certainly people who died who should have been alive otherwise. You know, there's reasons that I should feel bad about looking back on it fondly, but there is a sort of nostalgic memory to waking up in the morning and how my routine was affected, and I don't know, it was just outside of the threat of facing my own mortality, there was a little fun going on there. Yeah, I was kind of expecting, like, I really did expect COVID-19 to like bring society to the absolute brink, and people be like stealing from people and stuff.
Oh, yes. I remember everything.
Same way Russia has epidemic of AIDS like everywhere. Meanwhile, in the first world, they have drugs that basically make the virus go to sleep. That is true. You can, with a lot of people who are HIV positive, if you're on the right medications, it might not even be detectable, which is insane. That's such a cool thing. That was like such a big deal. AIDS was like a motherfucker. Because I grew up in the 90s, and the AIDS epidemic was like a big fucking thing that everybody talked about. And to see it now, not necessarily cured, but effectively dealt with in terms of medication. It's not good that people are still getting HIV, but it is good that people aren't dying from it anymore. That's kind of incredible. If we did one thing as a species, maybe making AIDS not a death sentence anymore was great. If only we could have saved Eazy-E. Yo, you can't walk through chairs, motherfucker. I have the D. Prove it. Pics or it did not happen. Florida handled COVID better than the rest of the country, and now the Blue City refugees don't stop moving here. Go somewhere else because we are full. You know, I lived in Naples, which was like a tourist area. And luckily, I had sort of gotten out of Florida by the time a lot of, California has a lot of its population going to either Texas or Florida. But I got to miss out on a lot of that, which is fun because living in Naples, we hated it when fucking snowbirds would come down. So I don't think I would have enjoyed very much at all seeing that fucking town be even more ridiculous with that shit. Do I have any items? I probably lost 1 million subscribers ranting about the potential that there might be positives to a Trump presidency. I swear, and like I said, listen, people are 100% free to disagree, and I think that's totally valid, and, I support that. And, if you don't want to even tell me you disagree, that's fine, too. But, I gotta fucking tell it like I see it. I have the same awkward take when it comes to the Corona era. I got almost a year off of work and was making more money for chilling at home on Discord with my boys. Yeah, exactly. My wife was playing so much fucking, the fuck is that game? Animal Crossing on the Switch. Her and her friends were doing it up every day. That was heaven for her. 2020 sucked while working in retail and customer service. Quit that job and never went back to that. Now working in medical. Oh, damn, that's dope. That's a big fucking upgrade. I used to work retail as well, I know. That hell. Fuck me, you fucking asshole. You took advantage of my reload time. I've never heard anyone speak fondly of it. I know, it's not... I feel bad, honestly, because there was some serious negatives to take into account. But me and my wife were just hanging out every day. And, this was before I made enough on YouTube for her to be able to quit her job. So, she was going to work every day. And, it was nice. Me and my wife got to hang out every day. We played video games and chilled. And, I get it. It was bad for a lot of people. But for people who were lucky enough to be in a situation like me and my wife, it was great. And she was making, her company was really good about paying her basically, I think it was 90% of her normal salary. She worked at a gym at the time. I don't know if she wants me to tell people what gym, but it was a really good job, and they offered her a really good rate for, when they weren't in operation because of coronavirus. And it turned out to be kind of fucking fun for some of us. Okay, I have that key. Where does that key slot into? I was essential, and people that didn't work made more than me. And that definitely happened. That sucks. Hey, Jared, why are you a literal Nazi right now? Listen, you asked me about my politics. You should have known immediately. I was going straight to Nazi. Operative word luck? Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, my friends were kind of in similar situations. Even my buddy who did construction, his company took care of him really well, and he got to basically not work. But there were definitely people who had it much worse than I did. But, I mean, that's always going to be the case. There are people here in Japan who, do much better than me, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm doing poorly. My thing was, my dad died of cancer after coronavirus really had hit its apex, and the heat started to come down a bit. And I would say the only thing that I'm objectively grateful for is that I didn't have to deal with with a lot of people, they had to say goodbye to loved ones via Skype, essentially. You know what I mean? Like they were sort of like, they were trying not to have people infect those who were in hospice and stuff like that. And I got to spend a lot of time with my dad when he had cancer. And I can say for sure that was just objectively such a fucking relief for me. Because I couldn't even imagine the havoc that I would wreak if somebody said, like, you can't say your last goodbyes to your dying father because of, you know, this coronavirus. That would not have went over very well. People wouldn't have liked the outcome of that decision. Did I get him? Hell yes. Don't ever fuck with me. I came from there, so I probably have to go here. The best 2 weeks of my entire life were the 2 weeks when I got COVID for the first time. Me and Josine climbed Mount Fuji, and on the way down, it rained like torrential downpour. We had to end up, we were right at the top, and we had to leave because there were hurricane force winds at the top. And it was really dangerous. And they actually opened up the construction road for us to walk down because it would have taken too long to go down the normal way. But the whole way down, me and Josine were getting rained on, and our clothes were not waterproof, but water resistant. And we got to learn the difference between those two words real fast. So it was like, it took us like a bunch of hours, like 4 hours or so to come down. And we were soaked to the bone. And then we hung out with a buddy who had fucking COVID. And I think he had just been getting over it or something like that. We went to a bar. And me and Josine got so fucking bad with that shit. It was fucking awful. My lymph nodes swelled up so bad that it was hard for me to breathe. And I couldn't sleep on my side or I would choke. I'd wake up like choking. It was fucking terrible. But every other time I've gotten COVID since then has been like, yeah, you know, I was sick and it lasted a long time. I think I might have potentially respiratory, lasting respiratory issues, maybe. It's hard to tell, but I definitely, my first time I had it, it took me a very long time to get back to where I could get into cardio and lifting quite as efficiently. Fuck. Dude, he fucking mollywopped me. This shouldn't be legal. You know, open up fucking Pornhub and it's gonna say Cuban dude in Japan gets fucked and it's gonna be a fucking footage of this stream. Please, just die. Immediately. Forever. Can I just don't want you to do that, is my only thing. Oh, I thought I almost fucking did it. I don't even have to kill him. Why am I doing this? I got that dog in me. That's some problem. Literally did nothing. Played Halo, laid on my on the beach, have sex. 10 out of 10. Way better than my first time getting COVID for sure. Hell yeah, dude. Get it. When I caught COVID in 2021, I took 2 weeks off of work to go on an RE marathon. Played every main title entry, the remakes plus some of the spin-offs. Not a bad way to spend your time, dude. Hell yes. I'm lucky. I never got COVID, like not even once. Oh shit, that's insane. That or I was asymptomatic. Yeah. But no test came back positive. Dude, that's dope. Hell yeah. Yeah, I've been really lucky. I've only had COVID really bad one time, and the rest were like not even worth, mentioning. It wasn't bad at all. Under T and before Corona, I was paying $179 for a case of 9mm. Oh shit, yes. I remember I had to buy 12 gauge because I was buying a shotgun. I had to buy fucking 12 gauge. Fuck. It was a 10 gauge. It was a 10 gauge shotgun, not 12 gauge. But I had to buy fucking shotgun shells. and they were only selling one box of ammo per person at this local gun shop was called the Alamo in Naples. And I knew two of the guys who worked there. And I was like, dude, is there any way I could get something off the pallet? And he's like, dude, they keep the ammo under lock and key now. It was dead serious. That shit sucked, bro. Buying ammo during fucking the COVID era was the worst. Double pierce. Dude, yeah, they did the Eiffel Tower on me. Oh shit. I was not prepared for this. Most of the people who I know that got it either got moderate or a really bad case. Yeah. It seemed like it was just a dice roll with people. It's so crazy. My sense of smell never fully recovered. Damn, dude. That's the one thing that I was drinking coffee and I couldn't taste it at all. And I was just like, oh, fuck. That's when I knew it's like, holy shit, this is it. And I was pretty scared, I won't lie. Diju-san says, my dad passed away due to complications from COVID and the crazy state of hospitals at the time, but my brother still sometimes looks back fondly at the time because of the quiet, still time it was. This could be a huge amount of copium, lol, but yeah, one can remember certain parts of a tough time and feel, for sure, man. Yeah. And sorry to hear that, by the way. I know for a fact that's a tough motherfucker. Sometimes I think about it and I'm just like, you know, it would almost be better if me and my dad didn't have a fucking great relationship, because at least I could be like, oh, I hated him or something. But like, I was really lucky. My parents were great. They were fucking really understanding, really supportive, because I've always been weird. I've always been different, you know. And, you know, like, I'm sure it wasn't easy having me as a kid. I was a fucking asshole, and I was so opinionated. You know, back then I was very, very politically active. My big thing was that gay people should have the right to vote. That was my big political my activist sort of awakening in high school. And I was really tied to that. And my dad would constantly get into arguments with me about, you know, the legal definition of marriage versus like the societal meaning of it and this and that. And like, it was like I was a fucking asshole, but like my parents were incredibly nice to me and very understanding. And, you know, my mom always supported me when I wanted to do things that were creative, because she's always been a creative person herself. So like I had this fucking picturesque upbringing for how awful it was in a lot of ways, in that sense. And it's just like, sometimes you wish it wasn't so good so you didn't feel so bad about your fucking dad dying. Do you remember when people weren't buying bags of ammo on Craigslist because that's illegal and you would totally not do it? Ziploc bags, to be precise. Dude, fuck. It was probably somebody's like hand-loaded shit, right?
Get in the helicopter!
God, I can imagine that meeting going really bad, though. At the very least, you know, the person you're meeting up to buy ammo from, both of you are armed. So it's like, maybe you're less likely to get fucked. Ever seen anything on those weird blood clots morticians were pulling out of vaccinated people? I'll shut up right now if this is a touchy lol. Just say the word. To be completely honest with you, I'm so not educated on that. I will say that I more so than knowledge, I tend to hope against hope that the vaccine side effects that people talk about are 100% overblown. Because my mom did get vaccinated. Because at the time, my dad had cancer. And she was like, if I give him cancer and kill him, I'll never... And, you know, it's understandable, of course, in that situation. Me and my wife were really lucky in the fact that we were, you know, healthy adults. And we never stood a chance of really being in danger from coronavirus. But, fuck me. But here's hoping that a lot of that stuff is overblown, because if it's not, then that means potentially something might happen to my mother, and I don't know what I would do. But I'm not really educated enough to really speak on that stuff one way or another, to be honest with you. I think a lot of the vaccine discourse for me back when that stuff was going on is how it wasn't necessarily like a requirement for, young, healthy people who didn't have any sort of complicating factors in terms of their health, like respiratory disease or immunosuppressive state, stuff like that. Fuck me. Damn it. We could have had a perfect going. I got side effects. It's nothing crazy. Yeah, I'm hoping that it stays that way for everybody. I have seen, because there are people who talk about that, and it is pretty hard to miss a lot of the discourse. And I really hope, more than I know anything, I just hope that shit's not the case, because I do have friends and family members who were vaccinated, and I would hate to see, something bad happen because of that, because my mom had nothing but the best intentions, and, that would just be a really terrible scenario. So let's hope that all of that is just the most, Alex Jones bullshit that's ever happened before, and it'll never come to fruition. I got my fingers crossed. Is the stream dead? No? Okay, no, we're back. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I have it set to where I can manually insert ads. So if you guys start fucking around, it's ad time. As soon as somebody says something that pisses me off, motherfucking ads for days. No one's getting a free ride. Fuck. Everyone who was not vaccinated spread it around. Well, I mean, vaccines were proven to have not done anything as far as transmission goes, so even people who were vaccinated also spread it around. The vaccine, at its absolute best and strongest, helps you deal with coronavirus infection. It does nothing to transmission. I mean, and again, you're not wrong for getting vaccinated. I think that's perfectly fair and understandable depending on what your situation was. But people saying that, you would need to get vaccinated in order to keep it from spreading is just scientifically incorrect. Maybe now? Oh, you fucking asshole. He knew. The grenade rounds spread out more. Maybe that'll give him the old one, too. I feel like the shotgun would probably be better, because it's like... Oh, shit on my fucking balls. Yeah, that's right. That actually hit you a little bit. And I got a million of these. I could do this all day, motherfucker. I hope this is doing actual damage, honestly, because it seems like nothing's hurting him. Yo, is that it? Oh, I thought he froze. I thought he froze up. Solid English, Jared. That's why you can't speak Japanese. You can't speak English. All right, fuck it. I guess shotgun it is. Kenny fucking Lauderdale. What's up, dog? Would you take something called Fox Die? I mean, really. Fox Die Janai. That is one thing that got ruined in translation, is that joke. The Fox Die Janai from Metal Gear Solid Sons of Patriots? MGS4. Yeah, the fucking Guns of the Patriots. That was it, right? Honestly, I probably would take Fox Die, though, if given the opportunity. So maybe we just stay close. Maybe that's the winning strategy. I haven't played this game in so long. I mean, I feel like we're doing okay. This game's so special to me. I found it on clearance at Blockbuster for $10, and I wasn't even 10 years old. The first PS1 game I played on my PS2, and it scared the fuck out of me. There's some good atmosphere to this game. It's good. I think among the most hated Resident Evil games, there's RE0, Survivor, and Dead Aim, and I think all three of them are actually really good. And you know, the same thing goes with Code Veronica. People hate that. But I used up all my ammo already. This is going to be a fucking fight. Is it going to be the same exact pattern, though? Okay, this is... Oh, fuck. Shit on me. I don't think I have any fucking health items either. If I die here, it's it, boys. This is going to be the fucking end. Why aren't you playing this with a gun? I've never played it with a gun con before. I've never even owned a PS1 gun con. I've missed out on an integral part of PlayStation development. Please, fuck off. Yo, he's strong as shit, though. Oh, fuck. We might be screwed. Okay, we have one. It doesn't do me any good. I mean, a little bit, yeah. But I used up all my ammo. Probably should have done handgun fucking first for him. Did I play Gaiden? Yes, I did. That's a bad RE game that's genuinely bad. That's like one of the genuine, for real. Oh shit, you can mash out of it. Hell yes. Okay. We might be back. The only country with school shootings is school shooting stand. That is a fucking dope ass name. Probably not the best. Fucking... Why can't I think of words today? Okay, we'll go with handgun A, because reload's faster. What's the word I was trying to think of? Reputation. There we go. I'm a genius. I don't understand the hate for RE. Me neither, man. I've always enjoyed the hell out of it. I mean, so I can kind of sort of understand the people who don't like the inventory system, although I enjoy it a lot. I can understand that to a degree, but it's like, it's a good game. Come on, man. Some of my folks and I were tested positive with COVID 2 or 3 years ago. It was a real shock. Fortunately, it has soon passed, and we felt better after that. I can ask for more than that. Remember when they stopped printing Final Fantasy VII because of 9/11? They said it was because of Avalanche. No fucking way. Is that real? I mean, I remember the whole gun con Survivor fiasco, but that's crazy. They made like 20 million hard copies by that point, though. Yeah, it seems like the fucking damage has been done at that. You can't do anything. I think right now the gun con would have definitely helped because I could probably hit his chest without being an idiot. Man, I remember the day 9/11 took place. My parents came and took me out of school early because they thought it was just the beginning. And there was going to be way more fucking shootings or like bomb or whatever the fuck, you know, terrorist attacks. And I remember when they came and got me, they had turned the TVs on in school. I think I was in high school. And they turned the TVs on for us to see it. And me and my buddy were like, can you believe some people's parents are taking them out of school with idiots? And then my parents, they call me over the loudspeaker. Yeah, your parents are here. Fuck. I look like an idiot. That's what I remember, yeah. Otherwise, they would have sold copies at the Square Enix store like FF9 and Chrono Cross. Interesting. I do not remember that at all. That's crazy. God, I fucking loved FF7, dude. That was like my... FF7, RE2, and Symphony of the Night. Those are like the fucking PS1 games for me. You know, I think every time I get to this boss, I get myself in this situation where I only have handgun ammo. You would think that I would learn. Yo, Benny Girkman. My man. How you doing, dude? Doesn't look like Clock Tower 3. Were you there? Oh, you were there when I was playing it last time. That's right. I was in school and they didn't tell us anything. They just pretended. That's a good way to handle it. That's another option. Were your teachers like noticeably psychologically fucked up and you just were wondering what was going on? RE2, FF7, Parasite Eve, banger list. I would read chat more, but right now I'm locked in a fucking cycle of the most boring but most intense fight I've ever been in my life. This is terrible. I want to be... okay, the little hop? What the fuck? I just want to know that I'm doing damage, honestly. You know what? Maybe right now it would be worth it for the more rapid fire one. Maybe. And we're definitely out of shells, right? Yes, everything. And we can't take any more hits either. We're doing great. We're doing really good. Yeah, Benny is essentially a fetus. Oh shit, that sound effect repeated. Yo, mash out, mash out. Fuck. Okay, hold on. My back was... shit. Do you think it will spawn me at the beginning of the fight with all my resources, is the question. You guys remember watching the Iraq invasion live on TV? I do, yeah. Was that my last continue before, or do I have one more? Okay. I could have swore that. All right, I'll take it. Oh, okay.
Get on the train! Hurry!
So maybe I'll use yeah, maybe just the handgun against the first form, huh? The perfect soldier, a zombie that jumps back and forth in predictable pattern. Way better than like putting your money into developing a bomb. And then it's like, okay, let's say you drop a bunch of BOWs into a war zone and then they turn everybody into zombies. You're still, like, you can't contain that. Or at the very least, you're going to have to use a bomb in order to do so. So it's like, either way, it's a very inefficient use of war funding. And around here, the Avalanche Reviews channel, that's what really matters to us the most, is efficient use of government funds in terms of war. Don't hate on the zombie. It has a perfect track record against Jared so far. Okay, first off, I'm not even paying attention. I'm reading chat. Kenny says everyone liked the stream. He's too humble to ask. That's true. I am. Although I really need to. That's one of my biggest problems, that I don't self-promote ever. Benny actually is like constantly emailing me. It's like, hey, I have a contact in this like development company, or I got an email from this guy. Do you want me to get you a key or whatever for a game? And I'm like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I should probably be doing that myself. Hey, sweetheart. Good news, everyone. Carmela's awake. Benny, have you seen Carmela yet? I know I posted her in the Discord, but everybody needs to. She just woke up and she's the cutest thing in the entire world. Oh, everybody thinks you're the cutest. You're such a good girl. So Josine has been in America for like almost 2 weeks, like a week and a half, something like that. And this cat has imprinted herself onto me. We are best friends now. Do you know if being gay in Japan is generally accepted? Do you see much about it on TV outside? Curious about moving there. Japanese people are very much believers in the sort of don't ask, don't tell type of philosophy. But as far as being out and gay, it is not as socially acceptable in Japan as it is in America. There are districts where you can go to party and hang out with other gay people. There's a really cool club called Arty Farty, which is actually a really fucking dope club. But outside of those areas, it's not something that people like. You won't be actively discriminated against in the traditional sense, but people don't have as positive of a view of it over here as they do in America, for sure. I don't want to like turn you off of coming here though, because it is an incredible place to live. but realistic expectations definitely are key. And I like I said, I doubt anybody will be like actively rude or anything like that to you, but it certainly isn't going to be something that you'll be able to talk about very openly with a certain type of person. You know, in America, you could probably say the same thing, but the type of person that applies to in Japan is a much broader part of the people you probably be socializing with, I would imagine. To be fair, though, I think in Japan in general, a lot of like super personal stuff, like, you know, sexual interest and things like that, outside of outside of like friends, it's not necessarily something you would be very prone to talking about anyways. But, you know, once you get a group of friends or something like that, the Japanese people that you would interact with would likely have no issue with you being gay. But in terms of like your everyday talking to coworkers and shit like that, it's not quite as common to talk about. You ever think about the megathrust earthquake? Pretty often, actually. My mom came to visit us once, and then I showed her all this stuff on how Fuji was due for an eruption and how it was going to sink Tokyo. And she's like, you could have just not told me that. I would have just not known. It would be fine. Yeah, honestly, it's like a genuine thing to think about. From what I've seen, it's worse legally than the US, but slightly better socially. You won't be accosted and screamed at in public. Yeah, in general, to be treated poorly in public is so uncommon here, no matter what people like genuinely think about you, for sure. But I think that even plays into the social aspect of it as well. It's not that it's illegal for you to accost people in public here. It's just that it's not very socially acceptable. And it's not very common for people in this country to do things that aren't socially acceptable. But I think much like the US in like the 90s and early 2000s, it is something that's becoming much more accepted here. The same thing with tattoos or any other sort of like outsider type of culture is becoming much more. It's less of a unknown here, less of a like, you know, they know so little about it that they're scared of it, and it's becoming more of a part of people's everyday life. But I would say, in terms of like your average, like watching a movie or a TV show or something, the gay character is usually played for laughs and, like, you know, some of the more soft bigotry that you'd find in terms of that shit. It's not ideal for sure, but I would say it's certainly not a detriment to your everyday life, I would imagine. Whole world but Japan to see. Strangers talk all the time in the US. God, I hate it. That's one thing that Josine, she's in America right now, and she's like, yeah, I was at the gas station, and then the lady at the register just struck up a conversation with me, and it was something I'm so not used to, because here in Japan it's like, here's your money, would you like a bag? And that's the furthest it goes, or here in Tokyo specifically. If you're like in Osaka, it's a little different. Oh, now you guys are looking at my wiener because my cat left. Fuck. Hold on. Yeah, definitely the hotel staff. Me and you going into that small room, they're like, oh yeah, for sure. I mean, we gave them a really good reason to feel that way, to be fair. You're in the lobby. Yeah, come up and check out my Steam Deck. If you jaywalk, the Japanese will kill you. It's true. It's written into their constitution. Oh no. It's good to hear your realistic view on the gay stuff. I see a lot of YouTubers say it's fine, but that doesn't seem like it. Plus, I agree that Japanese people seem more closed in their personal life. Yeah, for sure. They have this concept here of you have two faces. You have your public face and your private face. And a lot of people really do kind of like follow that strictly. So even if somebody does have like a personal issue with gay people, you're probably not likely to hear about it in the same way that like Japanese people aren't very positive on tattoos, but I have my hands and my neck and my fucking legs and arms and chest tattooed, and I've never had a person ever make a negative comment. And as a matter of fact, a lot of the older people will be like, oh, I like your tattoos. So I think there probably are tons of people who don't like that stuff about me, but they're not likely to say it. Can't even walk down the street eating an apple with the peel on in Japan. That's true. I mean, you can't walk down the street eating much of anything. They say it's rude, but I do it anyways because I don't care. That's stupid. I don't agree with that rule, so I'm not going to follow it. Okay, so handgun is doable for the first form, and then you use the Magnum for the second. We're good. We're in. They consider the skin poison in some places. Pesticides. Interesting. I never heard that. That's crazy. I mean, I would believe it for sure. Japan is a country that's run on like old wives' tales. Like, old people think that they can't drink cold drinks. They're like, yeah, I'm at an age now where I only drink warm drinks. I'm like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. In a lot of neighborhoods, you'll see old people have these big water bottles stacked up outside of their house or around their fences. And it's because they think it keeps cats away, which is fucking insane. Right now we're dealing with, oh fuck, the greatest military strategy anybody's ever developed before. That was a dead-on fucking heart shot. You know what? I probably should be using the grenades. Oh, look who's back. The cat cam is back. Hey, cutie pie. Her mom's gonna be home soon. She's gonna be so stoked. Let's just use up all these motherfuckers. I can't give you pets right now. I gotta beat this guy. I know it's abusive. His one weakness, 1,000,000 Magnum bullets. The one thing they didn't plan for. If you want Japan to open up to gay people, just record yourself walking around while yelling Hiroshima while having a private... That's true. That's one of the best ways to get any legislation passed here. What I like to do often when I walk around is remind people about Hiroshima and Nagasaki and tell them it could happen again. And for all you know, I'm the man who holds that fucking power. Fucker. This is what I get for threatening Japan. Okay, we're doing shotgun after this. Where's my mixed herb? There it is. What's up? What time is it? It's not time for your food yet. You got another hour. Oh, she's doing such a good purr. Jared, would Rufus and Carmela have gotten along well, do you think? Yeah, Rufus, he liked girl cats. There was a property cat when we lived in Florida who was a tuxedo cat like Rufus, or maybe she was a black cat, and Rufus was like pretty interested in her. What happened to my shit? Okay, it's back. Never mind. You did something, Carmela, I'm telling you. Oh, fuck. Shotgun it is. Where's our shotgun bullets? It's very important that be. To be fair, most of the things I do in the US are not rude in Japan. I straight up ignore old people trying to talk to me. I don't know. Old people here would appreciate the fuck out of that. They're just like, hell yes. You see him not talking to me? What a good kid. Old Japanese people are really annoying on trains. They like cough and clear their throat as loud as physically possible for a human being to do it. It's incredibly frustrating. And when old Japanese people sneeze, it's like, it's a scream for them. I swear to God. It's just like, Like if a Japanese person were to sneeze outside of my window, it would sound like they were in my fucking house. I think that there's a chance I might not be able to beat this guy. It was a good jump, little girl. She's on my back now. You've made the cat cam useless, Carmela. Oh. She's in such a loving mood right now. Oh, you're purring really good. Let's see. Maybe they can hear it. You're making this a tough fight, Carmela. Oh, shit. I'm going to die because... Oh, she's so cute, though. I can't do that. Fuck. Oh, shit on my fucking ass. Damn it. You know what? Honestly, I'm kind of hungry. I might go ahead and end things here. Yeah, 3 hours is usually how long we go. This is a good fucking stream. Have you tried using the Switch gyro for light gun emulation? No, I haven't, but that makes sense. That would be sick. Hell yeah. I started off really not feeling the whole gyro Switch thing, but I used it. Oh, what game did I use it in? I completely forget. Maybe it's a Fatal Frame title. I completely forgot. But it ended up actually working out pretty good. She's being so cute right now, you guys. I can't handle it. What was that? She's very sensitive to noises. If she hears something, she's like, what the fuck? Have you tried the Sinden light gun? No, there's another one that I have bookmarked that I want to try out. It has like the feedback. I don't know if the Sinden has feedback. But it's like the fucking slide racks back when you fire, which seems cool. It's like a 2-player kit. It's I think it's like $200. It's around the same. Homie got smoked. I didn't. It was on purpose because I wanted to stop. But yeah, thanks a fucking lot for everybody coming out. As usual, it got political towards the end. That's a par for the fucking course. I saw a lot of new faces too. It was good talking to you guys. Thank you for hanging out. I am going to go probably grab some sasami chicken katsu because that is the best. And I got to feed Carmela. But everybody, I hope you have a good day. Don't drive drunk. Make wise choices. And this is really fun. We're going to do it again. Like I said, I have been keeping up with my fucking promise. We've been streaming more, and that's going to continue, I promise. Carmela says bye. I'll see all you guys later. Bye-bye.